Skeletor to King Randor. Skeletor to King Randor. Come in, you royal boob.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternia, defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, by the power of Grayskull, by the power of Grayskull, by the power of Grayskull, by the power of Grayskull.
I have you now, you muscle-bound oaf.
Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3! Win!
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. What up, Bills Mafia? Happy Friday night to you. And the weekend is here. Mikey will be back in about, I would say, 2 weeks. About preseason is when Mikey will be back on Friday nights. I'm sorry that I came on a little bit late tonight. Normally, I start the podcast at 8, but I had some things going on, as you guys know, with me moving out in a few weeks. Actually, next week will be my last week in this current house that I'm living in now. So life is a little hectic right now for your boy Tommy. But I'll get through it. And once I'm done with it, I'm done with it, man. But man, guys, I went over to my new house today, and holy crap, it's a lot smaller than I remember the first time I went and saw the house. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? And I was lucky to find the house at a, affordable, at least affordable for me, price. So, but whew, I got a lot of moving around to do, and it's going to be like Tetris over there at the new house to fit stuff in, and some things may not be able to fit. So we'll see how the new podcast room looks like in a couple weeks. But let's get to some of your guys' chat real quick, and then we'll get on with the podcast. Ronnie says awesome. That's right, Ronnie. It's always awesome. Joey says awesome. That's right. What up, Joey? What up, twins? How you doing, bro? Let's see here. Slim Nady in the house. Late as always. Yeah, I got a lot of shit going on, man. I'm not really feeling too well, like physically. Like, man, I don't know what the hell. Maybe I slept wrong. I don't fucking know. But I'm all right. I made it. That's the most important thing, man. Alex at it again. Yeah, dude, that dude. We're going to talk about that motherfucker tonight, boy, because I don't know, man. Look, man, I got things to say about that dude, man. I didn't realize like what a negative ass motherfucker that dude is, man. And I didn't know too much about this dude, but the things I am gathering, like collecting. Dude is a cancer, bro. Bad dude, negative dude. A guy that I would definitely not want to associate myself with. And I'll get more into it in a minute. Let me get some of your comments real quick. Joey, it's all good, brother. At least you showed up to talk Bills with us. Thank you. We appreciate you. I appreciate you, Joey, for staying up late. All right? Suck it up, Buttercup. Slim. That would be something that you would say. I expected that from you. I shouldn't even, had to read that. I should know that you were about to say something like that, Slim. It's nice to know that you and Princess have a place to go together and stay together. Yeah, dude. That was my number one concern, man. Like, obviously gathering the money, but, 2 months to find a place with a pit bull. Let me tell you guys, unless you are buying a home, renting with a big dog, just a big dog in general, but pit bulls have a bad rap, you know what I mean? So it is extremely tough. And then if they do allow a dog, they obviously want, extra security deposit, pet deposit and all that crap, man. So I kind of got lucky, to be honest with you guys, finding this place at the price that I'm paying. So it is what it is, man. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So I move in next weekend. There's probably going to be no podcast next weekend, guys, because it's going to be a lot. So my buddy's going to help me out with the big stuff, but outside of that, it's all on me, man. So your boy Tom is going to have his hands full next week, or, But I'll be back at it probably Monday with you guys, Monday night with Mikey. But I don't know about Friday. Probably not. Is Alex McDermott home? Dude, I don't know what he is, man. We'll talk about it. Ronnie says suck. I don't know what that means, Ronnie, but you said awesome before, and now you're saying I suck now? What's going on, Ronnie? What's up with that, Ronnie? Come on. I thought we were good. Gut out that effing city. What? What are you Slim, are you talking about where I'm staying? How dare you talk about Michigan? Like, what? Did you roll on the wrong side of the bed today? Like, what's going on with you, Slim? You just came out hot on tonight's podcast. What the hell? Are you mad because Post Podium didn't have a podcast on Friday night? Now, they will return. They will return probably in a couple weeks, I think. I think that's what I heard my boy Aramis say, but are you angry that Post Podium is not on Fridays until the season starts? Jeez, calm down, Slim. You got to deal with me, all right? Joey, I try to share it as much as possible to help you out with funds. I hope it helped. Yeah, I do, definitely. I appreciate you, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I want to say thank you to everyone who has thought about me and Princess and just kept me in your thoughts and prayers, like I said, and those who donated, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So once again, thank you. And everything seems like it's going to work out. So that's the good stuff, man. So, once again, man, there is some good people out there, man, in this world, man. Right when I was thinking, man, there's just not, it's a very slim amount of people in this world that are actually good folk. I get surprised with the amount of people who have reached out to me, and I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Tommy, yeah, I'm Tommy. Ronnie, Tommy, Ronnie, Tommy. Yes. Joey, why are you hating on Tommy? Get off his nuts. No, he's not. He's just Joey. He's a friend of the show. We have a back and forth. Me and Slim, man, we're good. I'm just teasing him. He's teasing me. That's how we work, man. I don't really have a lot of haters that come on here, to be honest with you. Just purposely, not even haters, just people that just don't like me come on here to talk shit. Like, I got people like Slim that are smart asses. But that's my dude, man. He's a good dude, man. So he ain't doing it in a negative light. You know what I mean? I heard Tommy talk about bad people, so I thought I'd show up. Man, you know it, Walter. Man, this motherfucker here is making his rounds. This dude Alex, as far as even the haters who hate the Bills are hating this motherfucker. Like, even the people who hate on this team a lot, right, are like, damn, that motherfucker is really negative. I thought I was bad. Like, holy shit. He takes that shit to another degree, bro. Like, he is playing the villain perfectly. If that is where this dude is going with it, this Alex dude, man, he is playing it to a T, bro. Like, to a motherfucking T, bro. Like, and once again, I want to say, man, people can have their opinions. People could criticize this team, even if you're a fan. I'm not saying you can't critique the team. You gotta always think positive. Always, every move the Bills make is the best move in the world, and flowers and sunshine and Katy Perry music playing in the background. Like, I'm not saying all that. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all been following me long enough, y'all know, right, that I'm down the middle, man. I tell the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll give it straight, at least on how I feel. But I'm not going to just stick to one side of the road just because I'm the fucking villain. But, hey, if that's the role he wants to play. But for me, the motherfucker writes about the Bills, right? I think he's been doing it for like 9-10 years. And it's to the point where, like, you're going to write about the Bills, at least say some truth, right? Because I feel like there's more to it than just him critiquing the team at this point. It's personal. And we all know why, or if you don't, I'll explain why. Let's see here. I'm your homer, Tommy. And by the way, that's fine, too. If people want to be... what am I reduced to on Friday night without Tommy? I mean, without Mikey. You're reduced to me, man. Mikey will be back in a couple weeks. You know what I mean, Slim? So don't worry about it. He'll be back. But no, listen, ain't nothing wrong with you. If that's what you want to be, if you're a homer, that's fine. Look, I'm not putting people down for their beliefs or whatever. I'm just saying, when it comes to this dude, he takes it to a whole nother level, bro. And we'll get into it in a minute. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. Talking shit about Tommy keeps you from talking shit about someone else. Yeah, that's true. Tommy, ready for the jersey reveal next week, assuming the leak is correct. What's your initial thoughts? I'm not crazy about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not crazy about it. I don't think they're ugly though. You know what I mean? Like, they're okay, but I said this before, and I'll say it again. NFL teams should give their fans the opportunity to vote on the alternate jersey. So I don't see what the big deal is by getting a couple jerseys and alternate uniforms together that the league, because of course the league has to approve it, right? Combinations, jersey, helmet, combinations. And in the offseason, you have your fan base vote. They have a certain amount of time, just like, fans vote for the All-Star games and shit like that. So give them a certain amount of time, right, to have them vote, right? And then the winner, right, whatever gets the most votes is the alternate jersey. Because then fans can't complain. You chose the jersey. You voted on that jersey combination. Right? It gets the fans involved, right? Everyone's happy. So, like, that would be my only, like, real criticism of the whole jersey thing. Like, I don't think it's ugly by any means, but is it really what Bills Mafia, the fan base, wanted? Like, let's be real. And once again, this has nothing to do with real football. It's not going to, change the outcome of a game, a jersey color. But if you want to really please your fans, your fan base, they've been screaming for the same thing for God knows how long. They want a red helmet back. They want the red helmet. You brought it back for Week 18 against the Jets, a game that Josh Allen didn't even play, right? Everybody loved it. including the players, and you're like, yeah, that's good enough. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I do not get it. And it's like they're just going away from what the fans are saying. Hey, this is what we want. We don't want no fucking crazy uniform. You don't need to bring no fucking gray uniform. Like, just bring a stat helmet and you can mix it up with the jersey color just like did last year. You don't even need to change the fucking jerseys around. And, bro, Bills Mafia we're good. Yeah, that's good. We're satisfied with that. I don't need fucking alternate jerseys all the time. I don't need a white jersey with ice silver fucking numbers. Like, I'm good with that. Like, we want that for now. So, that would be my only criticism with the whole jersey thing. The helmets haven't been revealed yet. And by the way, neither has the jersey, but every report is saying it's going to be that gray and blue or whatever. And I get it. Like, they're going back to, like, the original Buffalo Bills colors were that kind of color. But, yeah. Like, do we really fucking care? The fucking 1960 Bills. Fucking uniform color. Gray. Yeah. Tommy, ready for the jersey reveal? I already read that. I'm reading the same shit. Wait. Oh, Roy. Hey, Slim. Sean. Roy. Rather have a black jersey with red and blue on it. Yeah. You know what's funny about that gray jersey? No joke. I would buy, like, knockoff jerseys from, like, DH Gate. I'm sure you guys are well aware. There's not a lot of people buying, like, the real deal Nike jerseys. I'm not saying all of y'all, but there's quite a few of you guys out there doing what I'm doing and buying the knockoff jersey for, $40, 35, 50, whatever the cost may be. But I used to go on there and buy jerseys, year to year or whatever, like, depending on the player, if we got a new player or not. And I always saw that fucking gray jersey on there. From DH Gate, by the way, in fucking China. Like, they already had that fucking jersey out as, like, just a different color that you could buy off their website. That's crazy to me that the Bills went with this that was already floating out there for years. Like where's the creativity on that? Like, and if you're going to do something different, make it at least different. I don't know. Switch it up. So, like, make it fine. Make it pop more. But I'm not saying it's ugly, though. I don't want people to get confused on what I'm saying. I really wish they would let the fans vote. Let us vote on what we want. That's all. It's real simple. And they're gonna find out real quick that it's not anything crazy. It's going to be a red helmet with a blue, blue jersey. It's not going to be anything crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so. Let's see here. Cali Bills in the house. How you doing, Cali, man? I don't know. We changed jersey. Yeah, I didn't know we were changing jersey. Yeah, it's an alternate jersey. And they're revealing it on Monday, I believe. And it's going to be the gray. I mean, you can look online, bro. It's gray and blue. Like, it's not ugly, but it doesn't do anything for me. But I'm not buying the jersey, put it that way. Even when it was out years ago on DH Gate, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good with that. Just give me the blue or the red one or the white one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that. I'll swipe that one on by. No, I don't want the gray one. Is that on clearance? Oh, still, no thank you. Just give me the classic. Do you see new law they made for tailgating? Yeah, we'll get into that. Buffalo, you can no longer sell food or vent. Yeah, you can't even share food, I think it said. You can share food, but only with family and friends. But how are they going to monitor that? Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, how would they know that's not your friend? I could come by the, where they're cooking, tailgating, and what are they going to stop by and be like, bro, you fucking handing out food? I'd be like, no, that's my boy. I know him. He lives 2 blocks from me. How would they enforce that? How do they know? It's just, that's petty. You know what I mean? Like, stop. Can't hand out food to people you don't know. What the fuck cares? Marketing denied, dumbasses. Marketing denied. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care if they wear hot pink jerseys with tinsel. Just win, baby. Yeah, Roy, I'm with you. I get it. Now, I do kind of care if they wear pink jerseys with tinsels. I don't know if that would go over too well, Roy, but I get your point. I'm with you. But I don't know about to that extreme, right? What about the Navy jersey? I don't mind the ones in the drought years. The one I have, the Eric Moulds jersey, the 2002, around that era, that time. I think they actually did it in 2000 or 2001 when they went over to that jersey color. It's like almost like, it's like a navy. Is it navy or is it more like it was like a dark blue with red? I didn't mind that. I really didn't. Matter of fact, I love the Reebok jerseys compared to the Nike. Bro, they're so much better. Like, the quality is night and day from a Reebok jersey to a Nike jersey. Like, the Nike jersey just feels cheap. What up, Tommy, to the TOP? Without Mikey, it's going to be a long night. Yeah, well, Mikey don't come on Fridays. Like, that's not... Hey, don't blame me. I mean, Mikey's the one that don't want to be here on Friday nights. You know what I mean? Until this season starts or preseason starts. Like, don't point at this dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here. Right? Mikey don't want to deal with y'all. He's dealt enough with y'all. I mean, so he's like just kind of, getting together and, getting everything right. So he's ready for you guys, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. You guys got to ask him. He needs that long off-season break. For me, I just keep going and going and going, right? Like that fucking Energizer Bunny. Motor City Gray Bills. Blah. Yeah, look. Nate, I get it. I don't think they're ugly, but I'm not buying a jersey anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good with that. I think this team will look really good in their early 2000 uniform. Yeah, dude, I give me those, bro. Give me those with the red helmets. I'm straight, bro. I don't think anyone's complaining. You know what I mean? I really don't. Ice jersey is fire. Every time I wear it, it gets nothing but compliments. You're talking about the white with the, like, blue, right? The ones they had last year. Yeah, they're not bad looking. I'm not going to lie, but like, once again, like, is for 1 year, fine. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but that's not really what the fans want. And if you care about your fans, is all I'm saying. If you care about really what your fans want, right, then give us the option to choose. Let us vote on what we want. Give us some options, we'll vote, and it's real simple. It's real simple at that point, because then fans can't bitch. Hey, if you don't like, you didn't vote. The vote ended, right? These are the results. You got to deal with them. Right? Bills are interested in... Yeah, I know, Sonder. Yep. Fans must leave tailgate lot by kickoff. I heard that too. Yeah, that's... Once again, I don't live in Buffalo. I've only been to one game. That's in 2018, Allen's rookie year. Tailgating was pretty cool. Obviously, it's a big part of going to the game. I mean, that is one of the biggest parts of attending a Buffalo Bills game. Let's be real. Like, everybody knows, like, the tailgating is one of the best around the league. So they better be real careful on how they start, like, holding these restrictions. And I will say this, though. How picky are they going to be on the restrictions? You know what I mean? Like, are they really going to... Because I remember one year, and I don't recall the year, though, that they were trying to take away the table smashing, and they were going to arrest people who were doing it. Remember all that? Like, it was a big deal. And now, look, they got a fucking table that's broken inside the stadium. Like, this large... I don't know if you guys saw it, but they put this huge broken table, like, sculpture inside the new stadium. So they eventually just said, yeah, that's, fuck it. Yeah, that's us. Like, that's our fans, crazy fans. So I once again, I don't know how much they'll, enforce these rules. Time will tell. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if it is the rules, it's the rules. You just gotta, I know it sucks, but I'm sure every stadium has their policy. So, I'm sure the Buffalo Bills are going to be, that's going to be one of theirs. So, or at least, I think they're going to be probably more picky about the tailgating outside. Though, if that's true, where you say that, fans must leave tailgate lot. See, that I don't know if I agree with, because look, a lot of people go there to tailgate and they don't go inside. They watch, they'll watch on a TV outside, outside the stadium and still drinking and having fun time. But they paid for that. They paid to go into that lot. So I don't see why that would be such a big deal unless they think like fighting is an issue. People getting like wasted and it's turning into like mayhem outside, which when I was there, I don't recall that. I just recall people leaving, like trying to get the hell out of there. Like I don't recall like mayhem and the fucking tailgate and the tailgate, or parking lots. You know what I'm saying? So a little, they don't. I think that's a little bit extreme, right? But once again, if that's their rules, that's their rules, guys. You gotta, you're gonna have to live by it, man. Slim, but Beane is marketing genius like McDumbass was a defensive guru. Yeah, listen, I don't know if Beane is the marketing genius. I'm pretty sure they have roles for that. I know you want to blame him for everything. I think, Slim, I know you're not a Beane fan. I get it. But, there is, like, other people that are in charge of different departments. Like, we can't, let's not go wild here and start blaming Beane for everything. This is, they got many, many people that are in charge of different phases of the team, right? So let's walk that back a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Jeez. Boy, funny. I have no idea what that means, brother. But okay. Mikey, don't be scared. Yeah, man, Mikey's scared. You don't want to scared of what y'all are gonna tell him, man. Edward, black uniforms, red stripes down the legs, black helmet, and red stripes. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see the visual. 1988 ain't coming back. Damn, why not? 20-foot tall broken table that is part of the structure of the stadium. That's inside, which, of course, fans want it outside. They feel it's dumb being inside. Like, people are going to complain, guys. Like, at this point, like, I'm starting to learn that. Like, it's impossible to please everyone. It's just fucking impossible. Did you see this article? Did you see that article, Tommy, about Dawkins talking about they get fined $800 a pound for being overweight? No, I didn't see that. And you know what? It's probably true. Because the parking is going to be through the stadium, and they want you to pay $300-400 a game to park. It's Pagula's, and that is what happens when you're all about the pockets. Look, I don't get into that side of things, Joey. I get what you're saying. But that's not. That's above my pay grade, bro. I don't know what the deal is or why. If that's really what Pagula is all about, making money off the parking. Dude, I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe that's his. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. I think there's a little bit more to it than I'm just gonna, charge these fans and kick them out if they're not coming in. there is a team behind it. Put it that way. Like, I don't think Terry Bagula is sitting in his office just jotting notes down on how, what he doesn't want. You know what I mean? Like, he has a whole team. Like, the NFL, it's a business, right? Like, and he has a lot of guys that are in charge of stuff like this. So they have those meetings, they set out, and they make decisions. So I don't think Terry Bagula is like this guy that's like, Dr. Evil making all, you know what I mean? So, but, everyone's going to see it how they want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Man, cranberry juice, so good. By the way, cranberry juice, not cranberry drink. I know a lot of you guys get really confused there. I remember my ex-girlfriend, I told her, she was drinking cranberry drink. And I told her, you ever have cranberry juice? Like, that ain't cranberry juice that you drink. She had no idea. No idea there's cranberry juice. We paid a lot for that stadium, the taxpayer. Next thing you know, the red, white, and blue game is no longer free. $160. Parking is going to be outrageous. Yeah, I mean, once again, I know it sucks. I get it, but this kind of comes with the territory, Joey. Listen, I think some fans. I understand the fans are not happy about it. I totally get it, but it comes with the territory of a new stadium. You're going to kind of have to deal with this stuff the first couple years. But look, I'll be honest with you. I enjoy watching the games from home. I'm not really a guy. I really don't like that's. I don't have this great, unbelievable. I have to go to games to watch the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, watching from home is so much just, better. I could see everything on the field. I can hear the commentary. I can see the replays. Like there's a lot, I'm in the comfort of my own home. I don't have to go pay for parking. I don't got to get stuck in traffic on the way out. I don't got to pay $20 for a soda, $25 for nachos. Like waiting a fucking hour long to go to the bathroom, like for me, obviously going to a game or any kind of sporting event is more about the atmosphere, right? I'll eventually go to a game at the new Highmark because I want to see what the new stadium looks like. I want to see the atmosphere and all that, right? And just check out the new stadium. But it'll probably be one and done for me. I'll probably go one time. I'll never go back. You know what I mean? More than likely. It's just how I am. Now, I'm not saying that's for everyone, right? Some people really, really enjoy going to games. They're season ticket holders. I get that. So, but at the end of the day, going to those events costs money. And they should be well aware of that. So, Joe, Tommy ain't in Buffalo. No, I'm in Michigan, man. Michigan. It's like a slap in the face to all those fans that got the Buffalo Bills. I don't think so, Joe. I don't see it like that. I'm not saying you can't, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's a slap in the face. I think it's business, bro. You know what I mean? Like, every business, in a way, Joey, is grimy, bro. Every business is a little grimy, bro. You know what I mean? I think, if we look, there's a complaint that we can make about every single company pretty much, right? I think, right? Like every company's out to get you somehow, right? As a matter of fact, I was just talking to my friend about Xfinity because I have AT&T now and they don't offer it in the area I'm moving. And he was like, man, fucking Xfinity after they always screw you after a couple years and they fucking jack up the prices and, they don't want to, because you're not a new customer, give you give you the, whatever deal they're doing. And that, yeah, it's true. All these companies are out to get you, bro. All these companies, are out to get you. I mean, every single one, bro. You know what I mean? Like, everything. Even, bro, even fast food and all that shit, bro. Come on, man. They raise prices. Their food is not the same. You know they're using cheaper ingredients. You know what I mean? Like, everything, bro. Come on, man. Like, it's just the way it works. It sucks. But what are you going to do about it? You're going to still watch the Bills. You're still going to eventually attend the game. Like, they're, you know what you can do about that? It's a business, man. At the end of the day, football is still a business. You know, for whether we like, agree with that or not, it is. Just like all these sporting, NBA, NHL, all of it, man. They know what they're doing. Jersey might be a throwback to the original Tawanda Cardex team. Yeah, that's what I heard. It was the from like the old 60s or whatever. But once again, I'm not hating them, but I just wish that they would let the fans vote on a couple options and and I think, matter of fact, I think that would just be, it would be more fun. You get your fan base more involved with your team. You know what I mean? By doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't get it, because what is it costing you? Like, it's not costing you anything extra to come up with a design and have people vote. And then that's it. Like, you already have the design. You made the design. But, I don't know. Enough of that fucking jersey talk. It is what it is. Right? We're going to see it, this season. The gray jersey, or whatever the fuck the jersey, and then whatever. Hopefully we win in it. Right? Hopefully we do good in that jersey. Because we didn't do good in the white jersey from last season. Right? Fucking lost. Right? Remember that? I think it was against the Patriots, right? At home. That fucking jersey. We're here for Alex Brasky. Yeah, we're here for Alex fucking Brasky. Oh my God. So yeah, speaking of this fucking guy, bro. So last week, what was I doing? I think I was getting ready to do a podcast on here. I believe it was I think it was last Friday. And I just got done watching Post Podium. Or no, maybe it was Monday. No, I'm sorry, it was Monday. So it was this past Monday. So I just got done watching Post Podium. And I saw my timeline, which I don't know why he fucking popped up, but I saw his podcast. It was live or whatever. So, oh shit. I've heard of the name. I know this guy. I know a little something from last year that went on Twitter. And I'm like, all right, man, let me check this guy out, right? Let's see what he has to say. Once again, I didn't really dive deep into this guy much. I know he writes articles for SI, like part of the Bills and SI. And he did this thing with Shout. Now, if I rewind a little bit, go back in time, in August of 2025, I think I was at work or whatever, just floating through Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And I saw this dude spazzing out on Twitter. And just spazzing out. And I guess what happened was the Buffalo Bills took away this dude's credentials to go into his media credentials. So he's no longer available to go at training camp or any of the OTAs or anything like that. He can't go in the building. And this guy went on this long, long-winded fucking tweet crying about the Buffalo Bills and how they screwed them and they should all be ashamed of themselves. And bro, people got on this guy really fast, like fans. And they were saying shut the fuck up. You're a fucking clown. You're go get another DUI. And apparently this guy, likes to get liquored up and go driving. Now, look, I don't know the whole story about the DWI stuff. That's something that maybe he'll have to talk about. But I do, from what I gathered, right, I do know that it's not one, but two, maybe three possible DUIs in Buffalo. So, of course, people are just killing him on that. You know, so he's going back and forth. And I think somebody had mentioned, somebody was being nice to him and said something about, like, you know, camera work or something. And he went off on this Glady, by the way, it was Glady. And he's, who the fuck are you? You don't even, you have never covered the Bills. And they go on this back and forth. And, bro, there's so many people going back and forth with this dude about him being a crybaby. No one gives a fuck about his fucking feelings. And that was that. That was that. So I'm like, damn, this is fucking wild. And I guess it went on for like 3 days. Like I don't know if this guy's he was getting hammered at home or in his, in the fucking hotel he's staying at, wherever he's staying at. Just getting fucking liquored up and just tweeting. And every day would be a different tweet about fuck the Bills and fucking Bills and the fucking people who run the Bills are scumbags. Like, he just went on this 3-day bender. And everyone's just like on him about shut the fuck up, you fucking whiny crybaby. And that's all I knew about the guy, right? I knew he wrote for the Bills. And then I found then I saw that tweet, and then I saw the back and forth and how he kind of interacted with people and whatever. So, this past Monday, I see he's live. And I'm like, oh, fucking this guy. Okay. So, look, guys, I'm not a bad guy. I respect anyone that does what we do as far as podcasts, right? It's not easy, right? Getting in front of the camera, talking about the Buffalo Bills, right? People are going to agree, disagree. Some people might hate on you. You're like, there's a lot to it, right? You got to prep. You got to get the right camera, the right microphone, lighting. Like, there's a lot that goes into it other than just hitting go live and just fucking blab in your mouth, right? So I respect people. I respect all Bills, anyone that's willing to do what we do, right? So I go into his live chat, or go into his live stream, and I think I said something nice to start. I'm like, hey, man, welcome to the podcast game, or whatever, like, and he's like, oh, it's not my first time, but thank you. And he was nice. He read the first one. And I just kind of was listening to his podcast. By the way, nobody was in there. I think it was like one guy, right? And it was like 20 minutes in. And by the way, he started off bitching right away about the Bills and his credentials. And like, you got to go back to it. Like, he wants to say more, but he still was kind of crying a little bit. Whatever. So as he's going on, and boom, then he starts with the Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott and whatever, why was McDermott fired? Beane fucking sucks. Beane should be fired. Okay, that's fine. You can have your opinion. But I'm going to voice mine in the chat like I do. And I wasn't negative. I wasn't like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Blah, blah. I'm like, hey, I would love to fucking talk to you about this. I would love to have a debate on why you feel like what you're saying. Like, and as he's going on and saying all this shit that I was just like, wow, like, I totally disagree with this guy. So I'm writing what I write, and bro, this guy ghosted me for the next 20 minutes. And like I said, there was only one guy in there who was in the chat, and he popped his message up. He skipped everything I said. And I said, okay. And then I think I wrote something. I think I said, like, well, good luck. Have a good, good luck to you, buddy. And I left. But then I started getting screenshots of this guy's Twitter. And holy shit. This guy is this guy makes my dogs at Post Podium Podcast look like Buffalo Bills homers. Like this, I'm not even joking. This guy's beyond negative, right? And once again, I don't mind if you're critiquing something or you have, you don't agree with what the team's doing or whatever. You have your takes, and that's fine. But I don't think that's the thing with this guy. I really don't. I think the thing is he's fucking butthurt that they took his credentials away, and now fuck the Bills and fuck everything they do. DJ Moore fucking sucks. Josh Allen fucking sucks. Like, everything this guy's saying is hate. Hate, hate, hate. He hates the table that they did inside the stadium. He hates the fucking DJ Moore signing. He thinks he's washed up. Like, right? He said something about Josh Allen being the golden child. Like, the golden boy. Like, well, I want to, let me see here. Just to kind of give you a fucking idea of this fucking guy. I have to. So here he is. If you don't know, now you know, right? Alex Brasky. So, you know, ripping on Keon, Call of Duty Zombies all summer. Let's see here. Everybody eats, you know, when, yeah, hey, I kind of agree with that, right? Okay. You know, as of last year, I don't know, whatever. Let's see here. Enough with the Keon Coleman propaganda. First of all, who the fuck is doing Keon Coleman propaganda? I think we're all aware at this point about Keon Coleman, right? Okay, so stop. Stop with that. Like, listen, Keon Coleman, at this point, guys, has gotten enough heat and hate, and like, you're gonna keep on with the who is doing propaganda on Keon Coleman right now? Nobody. Zero. I don't know if anyone's out there going, bro, Keon Coleman, this is the year Keon Coleman's gonna, like, what are you talking about? Right? A disgrace to humanity. So he does not like the jersey. It's disgusting and ugly to him, right? Okay, whatever. You know, football is back when Brandon Beane is on Pat McAfee's show, appearance 1 of 200 this season, and so, right? So he's criticizing the fact that our GM is on a talk show with Pat McAfee. What? What is the problem there? I see no problem with our GM going on the Pat McAfee show. At least our GM has a good sense of humor and can go on that type of show. Or do you want a GM that it doesn't do that? You want a GM that's stuck up and doesn't, you know, is serious all the time. So, like, this is what I'm talking about. The criticism is stupid criticism. It means it makes no sense. He's hating just the hate at this point. Student Body, Tommy, I'll come on to talk uniforms. Are you free now? Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Matter of fact, guys, this is my buddy from Do Champions. Let me send him the link. I actually want to talk to him about this because I don't know if he knows this guy, and I want to get his takes on this anyway. So, guys, we have a guest. Student. Give me a second. Let me get with these couple messages. I'm gonna send you the link right now. All right. How long before they arrest somebody trying to ride the bison? It's gonna happen. And matter of fact, somebody might try. Yeah, somebody might get up there and fall and break their fucking leg or their arm. It's gonna happen. Like, that won't shock me. Hey Tommy, how you doing this evening? Hey Bob, how you doing, brother? I'm doing fine. Tony Romo, yes, he got arrested for DWI, and he looked like he had a great fucking night. I'm gonna tell you this though. I didn't see anything that he's lucky. Nothing bad. He didn't pull a Mark Sanchez and get drunk and go stab somebody. Right? So, hopefully he lives and learns from this, right? And, shit. Hold on. Let me, trying to send this invite to my buddy here. Give me 1 second, guys. We got a guest coming on. And I think this is his first time coming on my show, actually, man. So, pretty cool, man. I've been on his show one time on Do Champions. Good guy. Let me send this over to him now. All right, student, I went ahead and sent you the link. Just pop on whenever you get a chance, and yeah, man, we'll talk some Buffalo Bills football. I did. I just sent it to you now, brother. And let me get this background music off here, because I know you're coming on. Let me go ahead and mute that. Well, actually, I'll keep it going until you come on. Show. All right, but. Guys, like, so basically going back to the Alex thing. So for me, he's cynic. He's a cynic person, right? Guys don't know what that term means. He's a person who believes that people are always selfish, often developing this view after being hurt or disappointed. So he's cynic. He is resentment, right? He's bitter. Like, these are all things that I feel like is going on with this dude, right? It has nothing to do with real information about the Buffalo Bills, about how he really feels about DJ Moore. And it's crazy because when somebody disagrees with his take, and the one thing I can't stand is when people talk down to you. I fucking hate that, right? And there's a way to handle it, man, because not everyone's going to agree with your opinion. We all got different opinions. Right? We all do. But when somebody disagrees with you and you're an asshole and you're condescending, I hate that. I fucking can't stand that. Right? Did you read what I said? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. So, yeah, like DJ Moore's coming off the worst season of his career and his stats have declined the past 2 years. Naturally became the third option due to a new scheme is a wild assumption. But what do you mean wild? It's exactly what happened. What are you talking about? So once again, stats and analytics don't always tell the whole picture, man. They don't tell the whole story. They don't paint the whole picture. And people get too tied up in stats and analytics. Like this guy, who's like basing everything off of last season. The year prior, he nearly had 1,000 yards. What are we talking about here? Have you watched DJ Moore's career, Alex? Do you understand what he's worked with since he's been in the NFL? The amount of quarterbacks that he's played for? 10. Now 11 with Josh Allen. Do you know how many head coaches that DJ Moore has had? I believe 7. Multiple OCs. I think 5, 6, 7, however it is. A shit ton. But he doesn't want to mention that. He wants to skip past that. He wants to push that away and be like, oh, last year. You saw last year? Boy, it's terrible. Guy stinks. Okay, why? Why, Alex? Why? Have you ever looked? Do you just dive into what you're looking at? Oh, stats tell me he didn't do what he did his first 7 years in the league. He sucks now. What? Why? Okay, tell me why. So Justin Jefferson just cracked 1,000 yards last year. Is that it for him? He sucks. It's over. He's Justin Jefferson, no good now. Oh man, that's it. Time to move on, Vikings. I mean, it couldn't be your quarterback play, could it? Could that have anything to, do with Justin Jefferson's numbers going way down compared to when he had better quarterback play? I don't know. What are you talking about? But this is just him trying to continue the hate, right? Continue to look at things that are negative. Everything's negative. And I truly don't believe it's just about him really truly critiquing the team at this point. I think it's him butthurt about him losing his media credentials, and now he's going to just play the villain, right? And if you look on Twitter or X, most people don't agree with this bullshit. Most people are just like, shut the fuck up at this point. Even the people that don't like Brandon Beane are still saying, shut the fuck up. Right? Like, dude, I can't do it. I can't listen to you anymore. Like, you're a beat writer for the Bills, right? You write about the Buffalo Bills. I mean, really, you should be down the middle with everything. You should at least be honest about stuff and not just going, hey, I got to take it out on this team. Right? The team that did me wrong, dirty. So fuck Brandon Beane, fuck everything. Fuck that stadium, fuck those Bisons, fuck that jersey. Right? And then he ripped on Jim Leonard. Right? What did he say about Jim Leonard? He said Bills fans ripping on Jim Leonard. Which I'm like, dude, what do you like? He said that we look at Jim Leonard as our savior. What are you talking about? Nobody said anything about Jim Leonard being our savior. Like, dude, is Bills Mafia excited about having a new defensive coordinator in town compared to what we've had over the last fucking 6 years here? Yeah, I think that's okay. I think Bills fans are allowed to be excited about a change in the defense that has not worked. Right? Let's be real, has failed in the playoffs. Like, but we're not sitting here. At least I have not met a single person that is bowing down to Jim Leonard and saying he's our savior. What are you talking about? So once again, like he's bashing Bills Mafia for them going, hey, I like the change. I like this. I like that. Oh, no, you guys are always like Josh Allen, the golden boy, can do no wrong. Oh, Jim Leonard, he's your savior. Good luck with that. Like, so I really don't understand how this guy has a job writing about the Bills when it's strictly just to shit on him. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, it's okay to be honest. It's okay to say what you like, what you don't like. I like that. I like honest journalism. Honest media, whatever you want to call it. But there comes a point where you gotta also see the good. There is good, no? Like, what are we doing here? This isn't the Buffalo Bills drought years. If it was, okay, I could see the extra criticism. The pissed off Bills fan writer. I mean, I guess I can get behind that. But this is a good team. It's been a good team. Right? Why not talk about the things that maybe has held this team back from getting to a Super Bowl? Right? And it started with really the defense. What do you want us to do? Stick with your guy McDermott and continue to go down this path of going nowhere? It's just, I don't understand it. All right, I got my boy on here. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go ahead and there he is.
Well, yeah, Tommy. One time for me, one time for the DJ. You be Khaled, I'll be Little Weezy.
Oh, dude. What up, man?
Good to see you, Big Cat.
Good to see you too, brother. It's been a while, man. It's been a long time, really. I mean, I've never had you on never had you on here as a guest, man.
Oh, but it feels so disingenuous because I've been on your nuts so hard. So
if y'all don't real quick, if y'all don't know, this is Student Body. Representing Do Champions. Let them know where they can find you and your channel at, man, for those that don't know.
At DoChampions.com. If you ever feel like placing a bet and you're on FanDuel, use promo code DO. If you ever feel like getting a little discount on your cable bill, hashtag DO2027 on Fubo TV. That's what we're doing. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Princess. Let's talk about Princess. Let's talk about Death Row. Let's talk about let's talk about Tommy time.
Tommy, let's do it.
Tommy, I released a little bit of info about what is going to transpire on the 27th about the uniforms. I know you're in those. It's not a secret. Someone on the offensive line has leaked the jerseys to me. How do you feel about them, man?
Okay, so I don't know if you were listening to when I first started talking about the jersey. Somebody commented
everything.
Okay. So here's my thoughts. I don't hate them. I think I'm cool with them, right? But what I think the Bills should do moving forward, and they won't because they just won't, is let the fans decide. Have a vote in the offseason, come up with multiple jerseys, and have fans vote. And at the end, whatever jersey combination wins the fan vote, that will be your alternate jersey. That's the right way, because then nobody can complain and go, "Oh, I hate the jersey. Why don't they bring back the red helmets? Why this jersey? Why the white jersey? Just let the fans decide, because ultimately that's really what you're selling it for. Because if the fans, put it this way, the fans love the red helmet with the blue, whatever. Guess what's going to sell more?
Unfortunately, I do have a quote from the ex-head of equipment from the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. It's the fucking marketing team that concocts this shit. Then the advertising team sticks their hands in the pot and leaves the equipment room to do all the work, and it fucking sucks. Reading it back. It's the fucking marketing team that concocts this shit. Then the advertising team sticks their hands in the pot and leaves the equipment room to do all the real work. It fucking sucks.
Right. Yeah. But you get where I'm coming from, right? Like, and for me, if it's about money, which it always is, it's a business. The NFL is a business, and I get that. But if that's what it's about, don't you think giving the fans what they really want, and if they get the vote, guess what will sell? That jersey that they voted on. It's going to sell, right? More than the jersey that...
Pop quiz. The red helmet will be back this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
We do have one game where the red helmet will be back.
One game.
Hey, God, don't hurt me.
We'll take week 18.
we are contractually obliged to Fanatics, to the NFL on-field equipment supplier, to honor the Bills whiteout snow jersey. We do have to honor those for the next 3 years.
Right, because I know there's some rule with the NFL, right? The NFL has to agree or something like that with these jerseys and all that, right? It's not as simple as, hey, we're going to make a jersey and
that was a big
thing.
Like Tommy, I got shelled when I reported on this in March.
I remember that. People are like, you don't know what you're talking.
You know, you're talking about shit like that. I had access to the NFL filings, and the NFL filings said that we filed a new jersey this year, albeit it is not what anyone wants. I got to be honest with you. If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike, and if these jerseys had legs, they'd be a fucking transformer. But they're just not.
So you said, and we won't reveal the player because I know
the player is. Yeah.
But what is his thoughts on the uniform? Just curious.
He said they felt like carpet.
They felt like so the feel, they don't even like the feel.
He said they felt like carpet, and the thing.
Damn.
And Tommy, shout out Z-Bot from Buffalo Fanatics. I think he was on this one of the first things. He got it kind of right, but everybody's so concerned about that Bills patch. I've gotten 2 renderings, a bulk amount of text messages with them on them, and then with them off them. But the helmet is a navy blue with just the charge on it. That's just what it is.
Okay, so I did see that. I don't like that. I gotta say the helmet is bad. The helmet's ugly. I do not like. It just doesn't go. It just doesn't. The jersey itself, I'm okay with it. I mean, it's not the worst in the world. But you know what's funny, though, Student? That jersey, and I said this earlier, and I'm sure you listen. Dude, jerseys are expensive. So I buy my jersey off DHgate for years. $35, 30. You know, I have them shipped from China. They take 2 months.
Z-Bot found it first on DHgate.
Yes, right. That jersey, guys, I'm telling you, has been on there for years.
No, not Zach Cohen, not uniform sniper, not helmet enthusiast. Shout out Z-Bot if we can clip this. Shout out Z-Bot.
Yeah, he's I don't know if he's a fan of mine. Long story, student. That's for another day. But I have nothing against Z-Bot. By the way, Z-Bot's on with Dan Mitchell, who's my buddy, who I'm on his channel during the regular season as well. So I have nothing. If you're watching Z, nothing against you, bro. I really didn't mean. It was a long story. So
Tommy, I had a question. It's about FOJ, friend of Josh.
Friend of Josh. Okay.
FOJ. You're familiar with the acronym?
No, but now I am. Give me some detail. Give me some juicy information, student, while we got you here. You got the inside scoop.
The last couple of quarterbacks we've had have been FOJ, friend of Josh. Trubisky.
You're talking about the backups.
Yes. They've been
Kyle
FOJ. Allen. Right. Trubisky, they've been FOJ.
What's his name?
Mitch
Barkley.
Trubisky, Kyle Allen, Barkley. They've all been FOJ. Those all eat at very, very like minute and transparent salary cap things. It doesn't matter if you collect your salary like Barkley in Bitcoin or anything like that. Even down to Josh's second year, Tanner Gentry, FOJ.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes.
I think we're exiting out of FOJ, and now it's going to be an ROG, reliant on Josh. Like if you're going to be in the mix, whether it's the next contract or a solidifying contract, I think you need to be on the same page as Josh. Now, who does that apply to more? Kincaid, Palmer, or DJ Moore?
Okay, so honestly, here's my thoughts on it. So for now, I would say DJ Moore because he's the new guy in the room, right? And DJ Moore and Allen need to build a chemistry, right? We all know this, right? Now with Diggs and Allen, they built it right away. It was kind of not lucky, but it just was like peanut butter and jelly. It just was what it was, right?
It was on the sleigh. It was on the slide.
Right. It was from the jump, right?
Yep.
Will we get that from DJ Moore and Josh Allen, or will that take time to develop? And I said this before, I don't know if you know the guy or friends with the guy and whatever, but the Alex Brasky guy ripping on DJ Moore and saying he's terrible now and he's diminishing.
I like Brasky.
I don't. I'm not a fan. To be honest, I think he's really over the top with this. And the thing is, here's my deal. And I don't mind if you're I don't mind if you critique the team. But if somebody wants to respond to your criticism and you talk down to them, that person, that's where I have a problem with it, right? Where that person's a nobody, they don't know what they're talking about. Now, look, here's my thing with DJ Moore and why I totally disagree with his take and some other takes. DJ, when I look at a person, when I evaluate a player or even a coach, whatever I'm evaluating, it's not always about stats.
Which to be clear, you've been on the pulse and you've been nipping at the toenails of everything. You do have some agency to make these claims and these assertions.
Yeah, I do my homework. I'm not.
I just want to be clear to the lay viewer that this is.
It's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
This is not on the oxtail. Like you have agency to say this.
Absolutely. So, and by the way, it's still at the end of the day, though, it is still my opinion how I view things. Okay, everybody. I will say this, but I own it, and I will say this: everybody sometimes views life in differently. Okay, and how one person sees things different. And I'm okay with that. However, the whole talking down to somebody that they don't know what they're talking about, and I did my homework, and your homework is wrong. I don't agree with it. However, now back. Yeah, so back to the DJ Moore thing. So here's my point when it comes to when I evaluate players and whatever, coaches and all that stuff. I look at the body of work, and I don't look just at stats and analytics. I look at what you've done since let's say we'll talk DJ Moore. What have you done since you arrived in the NFL? How many quarterbacks have you played with, starting quarterbacks? How many different head coaches have you played with? How many different OCs have you played with? People don't understand, and you played football, right? When you're with multiple different coaches, multiple different defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators, whatever position you're playing, they're going to see things differently. Their vision's different. Their schemes are different. What their roles might be for you is different. And then especially for a receiver, when you have 10 different quarterbacks, now it's his 11th, every quarterback is different. Every quarterback throws differently. Some have certain touch, some are left-handed, some are right-handed. Some throw it, a little bit faster ball. Some throw a little bit, the ball a little bit higher, has a little bit more arch to it. So receivers have to eventually get used to these quarterbacks. When you go through quarterbacks each season, it is very difficult.
It's volatile.
For a receiver to, what we just talked about, the chemistry,
fall into
right?
rhythm.
And rhythm, chemistry. Now you got a new head coach that goes, hey, we're going to do things different.
Situational trust.
Right. So all that being said, when I look at DJ Moore and I go, damn, he has pretty much had 1,000 yards every season, pretty much throughout his career. That tells me everything I need to know about his body of work, and he can work with anyone, including these quarterbacks that aren't really good. If we look at their list of quarterbacks, they aren't, let's be honest with you. They're backup quarterbacks for the most part, okay? They were backup quarterbacks that he played with for 1 year. That's the reason why they were 1 year quarterbacks. And that's what I look at, and that's what's important to me. And then, he wants to criticize about last year. I go, okay. So I look at last year's Bears. They got a new head coach in Ben Johnson, new philosophy, new scheme. He's running 2 tight end sets, a lot of young receivers. It's different. The vision is different. The scheme is different. But guess what? When they needed big plays to be made, who did they go to? DJ Moore. Every single time, right? DJ Moore's name was called, and he came through. Talk to any Bears fans, which I did. DJ Moore was the guy that was the most reliable guy when they needed a play. And over the last 2 years, and I said it here, when we talk about the Bills and Josh Allen and this receiver corps,
this is such a shit
it's
segment.
not about...
Because I agree with you so much. It's such a shit segment.
Right. It's not about having a number one, right?
How do we beat your opinion into somebody who just fucking just fires off on Twitter? Like, you're correct.
But that's why I would love to have, but not everybody a lot of people feel like they're just stuck with their opinion. He sucks and that's it.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Snap with me.
Yeah.
Matty Milano.
What do I think about Matt Milano?
Yeah.
I think Matt Milano. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, he's absolutely high EQ as a hybrid role. I mean, Leonard's defense background is rooted in safety play and intricate, coverage disguises. He loves linebackers who can diagnose pre-snap and pre-like safety intermediate play.
Mm-hmm.
He's incredible with his agility and man coverage demands. Leonard's defense and his pass coordination in Denver relied heavily on aggressive DB rotation, tight coverage matchups, and baseline clotheslining speed. If Milano has lost a step post-injury, he becomes a vulnerability matchup, but not in the fear tactic. He is a guy that, although he has not been signed, he's a guy who's afforded that, you don't have to do camp. Camp's rooted in a younger, longer mold. Leonard may prefer learning into length and raw athleticism, but I truly believe Milano is durable in pieces directly into his system, and he doesn't have to adapt his game. It's a legacy veteran physical adaptation where he gets downfield, upfield, and often. It's like your corporate vacation schedule. Yeah. Get in there early, get in there often. Just give me a fucking structure to compete. And I think Matt Milano is going to be one of those sneaky, come on board in 2 weeks.
And you know what? Okay, so, and then we'll get back to DJ Moore because I have one more thing to say about the Moore thing. So, as far as Matt Milano goes, I think Matt Milano had
you better go off. You better go off.
Yeah. I think Matt Milano had a great year last year. I think here's the deal with Milano, and we all know it. This is not a secret. Matt Milano's dealt with injuries, right?
I thought he was
But
gay.
yeah, no. If that was the secret, then hey, that's on him. You know, apparently Stephon Diggs is.
Clip it.
Clip that. Yeah. So no, not Matt Milano. I did not say that. Look, Matt Milano's dealt with injuries, and that's been his not downfall, but that's been his major issue when it comes to that.
It has not been a ladder. It's been a crux.
Yeah, yeah. So, but look, here's the deal. We all know when Matt Milano's healthy and is on the field, he produces, right? And I felt like last year was one of his better years where he was relatively healthy and he produced. Now, with all that being said, I feel like right now this linebacker room needs a veteran linebacker. And Matt Milano, I still feel like he has something in the tank. I don't think that he's lost it by any means. I think there's something still there.
He's going to play this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the money, he's probably, I think he's worth it.
He's going to play this year.
No, he's going to, if it's not us, it's going to be somebody.
Signed to a team. He's going to play this year.
I agree. If it's not with us, it'll be somebody because what he showed last year.
We better bottom dollar on that. He'll play this.
Oh no. I would be shocked if Matt Milano is not on an NFL team this year. Now, will it be the Bills? That's a different. I don't know, but I do believe the Bills need to add a veteran linebacker at some point. Now, with that being said, I don't think they're making any moves until probably week 1 or 2 of the preseason.
That's a big one.
Yeah, because I think most teams wait for cuts and they're going to see who's out there else. But I think Matt Milano is an interesting guy. I would prefer Milano over what's his name that we had last year. I can't believe I'm in a brain fart. Who actually played good? Shaq Thompson. I'd rather have Milano than Shaq Thompson back. Though I like Shaq Thompson,
at left guard?
I think Milano gives him a little bit more.
Left guard? Give me your left guard.
That's tough. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I like Alec Anderson a lot. I think that dude is that guy could play any position.
From everything I've been told, and I know this last year because we talk all the time. Yeah. He's been given 1 or 2 to set the tone, and you know what that means. Given 1 or 2.
He's a nasty player too, by the way.
Tom, we've talked about this with my relationship with Alec Anderson. Given 1 or 2, you know what that means. Set the tone. No matter if it costs us 15 or a little bit of yellow, set the tone. I think Alec Anderson is the incumbent for the pedigree of Deion Dawkins. I think he is the attitude setter, the dog, in terms of Aaron Williams, come on with it.
Yeah, I would say
you have to think of last year, like when that kickoff return came on. I don't remember who it was against. He was on my podcast and he came on and he was like, I had my hands on the ball and someone grabbed his testicles. He goes, He's like, we're going to play this game. I'm coming at your trachea. That's how bad I want to win this game. So 7-0 AA, that's my guy.
Yeah.
And the amount of confidence he's rolling into this camp, I just bench pressed with him 9 days ago. And I put on 225 and I did a svelte 11. This motherfucker did 31.
Damn. Okay. All right. Good. Yeah,
I just think AA is like the Kyle Williams. AA is like the Eric Wood. AA is like, fuck. He's like the Fred.
You know what I want him to be? The Richie Incognito. Give me the Richie motherfucking Incognito.
Minus the N-word. Minus the N-word.
Minus that. But now by the way, that was a totally different story. And that. The guy came out and said he didn't get bullied. But Richie we all know Richie dealt with stuff. But football player Richie was.
Spencer is a dog.
Spencer. Brown's a dog.
Cybo?
Quiet dog. He's a quiet dog.
Like.
Cybo is a quiet dog. But he is a.
Who's our center?
He ain't a dog. He's a Rottweiler, bro.
Who's our center?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's their center?
Huh?
Who's their center?
You know our. What do you mean? Who's our center?
Because his name rhymes with dog.
McGovern. Come on.
From what I've been told in contract talks, that he was trying to be re-recruited from the Dallas Cowboys. They offered him $1.67 million to come back to the Cowboys, and he declined it. He wanted to stay with the Bills. So now we have left tackle Deion Dawkins. Like, is there any more formidable, stalwart opponent than our offensive line right now? Is it okay to drop the conversation of the upfield, defend every blade of grass when you give Josh the opportunity to thread the needle to any blade of grass?
Yeah. So here's the deal with the offensive line. It is night and day than what we had it early on in Allen's career. Night and day. It's so much better. And if Alec Anderson can do what we're hoping he can do, because I believe in him, I've seen him. He's filled in perfectly whenever his name was called.
You're an AA guy.
This is a top 5 offensive line. There's no doubt about it. And you know why you know? Because you can already tell by James Cook's numbers. And I'm not. By the way, James Cook's a hell of a running back. But it's all about the trenches. And they win trenches. They win that trench war.
I'm going to be honest with you. If you sub out Reggie Gilliam for Jackson Hawes in those jumbo pro sets,
Jackson Hawes a mean dog. He's another dog. He's another dog.
Once again, DAWG, dog.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be in the trenches. It's -7 yards. With Jackson Hawes lining up in the 21 pro set. Like that's so good.
Well, I'm totally with you. Like, I'll miss Reggie, but we have another dog that could take, like you said, in Hawes. I do have a question here from V, which is Captain D. He's a Dolphins fan. He's a good friend of mine, my best friend growing up. He's asked a question about coaching. So I'm guessing you're asking about our coaching and Brady and coaching staff. So I'll let you go because they know my thoughts. So what's your thoughts on Joe Brady and company? We'll just call it that. Joe Brady and company.
It's not that. It's the fact that Mitch Morse showed up to
Mitch Morse, the great center who's now the radio guy, I think, right?
He showed up to Cromer's retirement party. It's
Aaron
Wood.
Cromer. It's the man, dude.
It's Eric Wood who showed up to Cromer's retirement party. It's Tommy Doyle who showed up to Cromer's retirement party. It's Reuben Brown, who wasn't even coached by him, showed up to Cromer's retirement party. It's Bud Carpenter, who was the head of Buffalo Bills training, who showed up to Aaron Cromer's retirement party. Yep. He had the opportunity and got passed over to be a head coach. And he said, this is it. And this is coming from Tommy. This is coming from, Clayton. This is coming from this coming from Ruben. Like, how the fuck do we replace Aaron Cromer in the offensive line coach?
The guy that's, and forgive me because I don't know his name. I wish I did. Shame on me. But I know he was he coached under Aaron Cromer. So he's a kind of a disciple of Aaron Cromer. So he learned under Cromer. So if there's any good to go, that we could take from losing Aaron Cromer, is that we do have a guy that was coached under Aaron Cromer that hopefully learned a lot from Aaron Cromer and can continue with this offensive line the way it is. But what do you feel about Brady? What do you feel about Carmichael? What do you feel about Leonard? And what do you feel about the rest of the coaching staff?
Well, Tommy, let's assess this right now.
Yeah.
Is Brady the head architect or is he the offense coordinator?
That's a great question. Okay. I think he's heavily involved. I think he's heavily involved, but I think Carmichael is going to also have his stamp on it. 100%. 100%. Because, look, this is no matter what, it will be what Brady wants at the end of the day. He is an offensive-minded head coach. This is still his offense. It's still kind of his baby. That is his thing. However, he has worked with Carmichael in New Orleans. They have very good chemistry working together. They know each other very well, what they like, what they don't like. Brady probably took a lot from Carmichael what Carmichael did in New Orleans, they're not going to have a
Carmichael-
problem.
Carmichael hit a top. He had the number one offense guided
Yeah.
by the NFL's number one ranked total offense in 6 separate seasons during his tenure in New Orleans. He
Yeah.
was a balanced attack. He finished
Yeah.
number 2 with 70, like almost 400 yards per game, while being one of the few teams in history to rank in the top 5 with both passing, he was number 5, and rushing, number 5. But
Yeah.
he also predicates himself on ground game dominance. He led the
Absolutely.
league with 30 rushing touchdowns, and that's tied for the 6th most in NFL history, and ranked number 6 in rushing, with almost 150 yards in 2019. But he also had Drew Brees, Bo
Yeah.
Nix, and he had
Michael Thomas,
Yes,
Kamara, the tight end, Jimmy Graham. So yes,
but his offense is so
But did he-
is so predicated on sack minimalization. His West Coast offense, which is kind of cohesive with Sean Payton, is a scheme consistent, generated with quick releases. In 2017, the offensive line allowed just 20 sacks, which was the second fewest in the NFL, despite shutting down 6 different defensive line starting combinations in the last 9 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, look. So here it is with the Bills offense, and this is what I truly believe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And this is one man's
You
opinion.
die on the sword.
Yeah, I'll die on my sword. And I also eat crow. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But here's the deal: when it came to McDermott and his coaching staff, and
Were you sad?
I was so happy. But here's
Stop, pivot. Why are you happy?
that McDermott is gone.
Yeah.
You want, dude? We'll be here for another 3 hours.
No,
There's
no.
a lot to. There's a lot. Here's one.
Make it a moratorium of
Yeah.
you're gone versus a eulogy of what we have to look forward to with McDermott.
Okay.
McDermott Tom.
So this is what
A
I'm happy
moratorium
about.
first.
Okay, all right. And I'll give you. This is a brief.
You hate this.
Yeah, really brief. No, I don't hate it. I just talk about it so much, to be honest with you. But it's a brief discussion on why I feel like this team is better off without McDermott. Okay, I really truly felt like McDermott held coaches back, meaning Joe Brady's, Leslie Frazier's coaching staff. Right? He had problems in house.
Washington.
Yeah, Chad Hall, right? Chad Hall left for the same gig in Jacksonville. Every report said that the
QB coach and
receivers coach, who the Bills receivers absolutely loved. They bought him a truck. McDermott did not like the interaction between the players and the coach. I also feel like McDermott wanted things done his way. He wasn't going to let his coaches voice what they want, and it was a problem. You can't. So here's the deal, and this is why I like this move, Student. I wasn't crazy when Joe Brady hired. I wasn't jumping for joy. However, when the coaching staff got built, Jim Leonard, Carmichael, John Fox, who I respect the hell out of.
You'd like to say that real quick?
Yeah, yeah. The young, innovative coaches that are coming out of college to be on that defensive
The ones that
unit,
are on one.
but they're young, innovative. So here's what I like about Here's what you're right, and here's what I like about the combination. You got young, innovative coaches in Brady and Leonard and all, but then you got the old heads in Fox, who's been to 2 Super Bowls, who took teams from the gutter and took them to Super Bowls in 2 years, something that McDermott never did, and he did it in 2. Right? He did the Panthers and the Broncos. You got Carmichael, who's a Super Bowl champion in New Orleans. Now, what I like about this is I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure I know for a fact, that Joe Brady's not going to go into Jim Leonard's office and say, hey, we're not running this today. You're going to do things my way because I know defense. He's not going to go to Carmichael and be like, no, fuck you. I don't like your advice. I'm going to do things my way. You're just going to call. It's not going to work that way. These are young, innovative guys. They're going to also understand that you got guys that have been there, done that.
Nothing to add.
And I love the fact that you are trusting in your coaches. And that's how it should be. Let them do their job. If they fail at it, you fire them. You don't take the reins from them. You don't take over play calling. McDermott did it to Leslie Frazier. He did it to Bobby Babich. You can't do that. If you don't trust your coaches, then fire them. Stop taking the duties away from them and then pointing the finger and going, hey, I'm not the defensive coordinator. And that's kind of where it was for me, especially on the defensive side, where McDermott's defense wasn't adapting. It wasn't evolving. It was the same 4-3 soft zone, and he didn't really understand that times have changed. Offenses evolve.
I have a hard stop.
And you got to evolve.
Jim Leonard I have a hard stop.
Has evolved.
Who's closer to Marv Levy? Sean McDermott, the way he ran the team, or what you hope for in the best moment from Joe Brady? Who was closer?
Like closer to how he would be? I would say Joe Brady's more because I'll tell you why. I don't think Sean McDermott was a player. I don't think he was that player. I will. Because I don't think he listen. The one thing I was good about, and you want to talk about another coach in the New York Giants, and why did he win a Super Bowl? Why? Why did his players eventually go, we'll play for this guy, we'll win for this guy, we'll die for this guy?
Golf King.
Tom, exactly. But what? Remember that Strahan said, hey, he went into the coach's room, office and said, it ain't going to work like this.
But do we have
right?
Do we have
But how do we know we don't? See, that's the thing too. So with
Leonard's
Leonard's defense,
worst answer ever.
How do you know you don't? How do you not know that we haven't got the best?
Who is the biscuit?
No, do we have a Strahan? No. Like, listen, we don't have. Do we have an elite?
Who is the Strahan of your analogy? Who is the biscuit of the 90s?
Okay, let me tell you this. We don't have Bruce Smith was our best edge ever. However, I'll say this: if you're asking on this current team, do we have a elite player right now on defense? I would say no. However, I would say Cole Bishop is heading in that direction of probably being one of the best safeties in the NFL if he continues the trend.
I would say give me some more of Mike Hoyt.
Yeah. I would say Michael Hoyt is a absolute fucking beast.
Tommy, give me some more. Give me some more.
He has to come back healthy, and I think he will. I think he's already.
Tommy, that's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
Mike Hoyt, give me some more.
Dude, what I saw from him, I was so impressed. Now, but when I mean about players that I don't feel is reach your ceiling and that could play better are players like
the players of the.
I'm just saying, like Greg Rousseau.
Of the very contentious teams, those players play for Ted Cottrell. Of the very contentious teams, those players play for inside the training staff of like a Bud Carpenter. Of those very contentious teams, they played for like do or do not. There is no try of a Marv Levy.
Yeah. But would you agree that scheme and vision is very important to a player's success? Because I do believe that to be true. I think
that as a unit success, we are 2 players away from enacting a Wisconsin corn-fed. Listen, a Wisconsin corn-fed in your face. We are not what we line up as. I think we're 2 players away. We're 2 dynamic players away. And
so here's the question. But how do we not know? See, and that's the other thing too. When I evaluated the draft initially, right? When we had the draft
which you were pretty bang on.
So let me tell you something. I was maybe the first to when the smoke cleared. And this is another thing too. I think people get caught up in.
You're not maybe the first. You were the first. I know you're going to bring up.
Yeah. So I brought up IGB. Right, who was one of my first. I was probably the first person to say, "Pump the brakes."
Probably you were.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and people were saying, "No." I don't think Harrison's done enough to automatically lock down that spot. That's one. Two. Here's the deal: Jim Leonard inherited what he has already. What you saw in the draft are Jim Leonard players. These guys are going to be his future. IGB is exactly what Jim Leonard wants in a player. A press man, physical, tall, lanky, fast corner that can cover all the field, right? Same thing with Kilgore, same thing with Elarms Orr, right? These are all different than what we've been doing in past. Now, with the players that we have current, the guys that he inherited, I still think those guys can evolve into his scheme, but not all of them. Some may not. But let me tell you, man, Elarms Orr is no joke. IGB has a real shot at starting. Elarms Orr has a real shot starting. Kilgore, I think will get a shot eventually as well. When this draft was all said and done, bro, I looked at it initially and was like, I wasn't overly excited. But when I saw these players, I evaluated them. I saw their film. I understood what Jim Leonard's trying to do. I love the draft. I love these players. Now I got to see it, but I think all of these players have a potential to start. Maybe not right away, not this season, but I think 2, possibly 3 could start. And that could be IGB and Elarms Orr and the punter.
I do think there are 2 people who will validate his third safety nickel hybrid look. I think Jalen Thompson's still out there. He's an elite pre-snap communication who plays seamless, in both single high and 2 high shells. I think he's fantastic. And my other one I already mentioned was Matt Milano, man. Milano is a quintessential Leonard linebacker. He's a converted safety by the Division I metric.
Yeah,
with elite pre-snap diagnosis. Like if Josh is having a hard time in OTAs figuring out where Jim Leonard's shell scrub skeleton crew is coming from, imagine if we add Jalen Thompson and Matt Milano. All right, and then honestly, if you want to get super cheap, Dre Greenwall.
Yeah, dude. There's still players. Listen, there is players out there that we could still add. We still have about 12 million, I think, 10 or like 10.5.
This was the year to get Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I know, right? Perfect. It would have been perfect. And by the way, this was the year that New Era Stadium would have been the perfect name instead of Highmark. Right?
Yeah, that's the best thing is everybody calls it Rich Stadium. Everybody calls it Highmark Stadium. No one calls it New Era Field.
No, but I'm saying it would have been the perfect. Like, remember when New Era one year was New Era Field? But this would be the perfect time to, like, with everything that happened, new stadium, new coach, New Era. Like, I would have been all for the name instead of Highmark, but it is what it is. It's Highmark Stadium. So,
Tommy, before I get out of here, the line right now is 10.5. Shout out FanDuel. FanDuel, a very good partner of Dude Champions. They have the line at 10.5. You take the over, the under.
It's over. It's over for sure. There's no doubt. And I'm gonna tell you something right now too before I let you go. The first 2 games are gonna tell a lot about this team. And I say they're very important because
Could not agree more.
You're going against an elite defense. It's going to test your offense out right away. Week 2, you're going against probably an elite offense in the Detroit Lions with star players everywhere in offense, and you're going to test your defense out. If those 2 games go according to plan, right, that I see fit, and hopefully we all see fit, we have a really great shot at going to the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it because those 2 teams out the gate are not, easy teams. Those are both elite at their side of the football, right? You got an elite defense, you got an elite offense. It's testing everything out right away. And if you get through those games and with a dub and you look good doing it, watch the fuck out. Because look, the Bills offensively, it hasn't been a mess.
Nothing to add.
Right. It hasn't been a mess. The problem was, and this is when I want to go back to the DJ Moore thing real quick. What were we missing over the last 2 years? It wasn't really technically a one. It was a guy that when we needed a play to be made, a go-to guy like a Stephon Diggs. That's what we've been missing.
Playground ball.
Yeah, but here it is though. You have DJ Moore now.
We talk about
when you have a 3rd and 8. There it is.
Structured playground ball is Tom Brady and not Gronk. Tom Brady and Julian Edelman. That's structured playground ball. We talk about structured playground ball. We talk about Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. When
That's
the play
right.
break, there's a difference, and I want to evade this dichotomy of when Josh has the ball for above 3 Mississippi, we're like, oh shit, something bad's gonna happen. When Pat Mahomes or Tom Brady had the ball, it's like, oh shit, a big play is about to break.
That right. And I want to say this, you know who we had and who in this what could become? Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's so underrated, by the way, not talked about enough. Cole Beasley was the Cole Beasley was the security blanket Josh loved to go to when things he needed, right? But it couldn't have been possible, I think, without also Stephon Diggs, right? You have that. Now we have it. DJ Moore and Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir could be the Cole Beasley. He is damn good. He is also a player I feel like is a little underrated that could actually do a lot more than he did last year. So if you get DJ Moore going, and then you got Khalil Shakir going, and you got Dalton Kincaid, and don't forget about Dawson Knox, who knows football and knows Allen very, very well, and can produce as well. You got a very dangerous team. I don't, look, and then you factor in the little, maybe if, let's say Keon finally figures it out. No. I don't believe in Palmer. I don't believe in Palmer, by the way. I think they got a problem with Palmer, and I think they got to figure that out.
Who would be a bigger proponent of Keon or Palmer?
Coleman, Palmer, because Palmer's on a bigger contract. Coleman's on a rookie deal. I could care less, right? Palmer's the problem. Palmer costs us more money, and for me, you're paying a lot for a guy that's not even on the field. Like, he's not even healthy. Like, and he's not producing when healthy. And look, Coleman we may say that about Coleman, but at least Coleman.
Brandon Cooks not signed?
Because they're waiting. They're waiting. Listen, no team is signed. Think about it. Why is that? There's a lot of players that aren't signed that probably should be signed. Every team right now is going to wait until camp is kind of wrapping up to wait around the NFL to see other players' cuts, like surprise cuts.
Brilliant answer.
Yeah, that's all it's about right now. They're not rushing the gun. Also, injuries play a factor in training camp. So, will Palmer, for instance, get healthy and get hurt again, right? It could happen. Oh, I lost them. I think I lost my buddy here. So I don't know where he went. I think he lost internet, guys. So if he comes back, I don't know what happened to him. I'll wait for him and below. All right, so that was my buddy Stunet at Dew. I think he lost internet connection. But, hey, if you come back, man. If not, we'll talk again, man. I appreciate you rocking with me tonight. Let me get back my background music here real quick. All right, there. If I see him pop back up, I'll put him back on the screen. So, but yeah, guys, look. Let me answer some of your guys' questions because I'm sorry I didn't get to them. I was going back and forth with my buddy there. Captain D, are you still in the house, man? Bruce Smith was ridiculous. Yes, he was. I don't think the 200 sack record will ever be broken. Richie Fresh, Hoyt was fucking menace for the short time he was in. Yes, and my boy Captain D is probably a big fan of Michael Hoyt, considering he's Canadian. Oh, man. I have some stuff to get to tonight, man. I haven't even gotten to it yet. McDermott is like a car that aged bad and ran out of gas compared to the others are modern, younger, and evolved, outdoing the old fella. Yeah, exactly. Like, that was another thing that I had an issue with. I just feel like I felt like he was caught up in his ways. Like, it's going to work no matter what. Because, it's been working as far as, hey, we're getting to the playoffs each year, right? So something has to be right with my vision and my scheme. It can't be all wrong, right? So let's continue doing this, trust the process, and eventually it's going to work. Well, 9 years in, it didn't work. And you have to eventually move on, right? You have to get a new voice in the room, a new vision, right? You just have to. I mean, you don't have to. You could continue on the trend, but, it's kind of shown you throughout the history of sports where certain coaches that were really good in the regular season and failed to get the job done in the playoffs. It just kind of shows you that it's never really happened to any of these guys. Now, there's exceptions, like Andy Reid didn't get a job done in Philly, but he left and got the job in Kansas City, and got the job done in Kansas City. But even with Andy Reid, he at least got to a Super Bowl. Like, if Sean McDermott got the Bills to a Super Bowl, I would have more faith in him than I did down the stretch, right? But the fact that he didn't get us there, didn't even get us there with an elite quarterback, and the same results every playoffs with kind of the same thing reoccurring, I didn't see a change. I didn't see anything changing, right? And you can't keep going on life like that, right? Like, I use the same, I say the same thing. It's like going down one street that is like has potholes all over, and you're fucking up your car. You're getting flat tires, but yet you keep going down it because you think eventually they'll fix the street. The street will eventually get better, right? Because you trust in that street, right? Like you know that street could be good to you. Like, no, like you eventually got to take a detour. You eventually got to change your ways. You can't keep going down the same street. It's okay to take a detour in life, right? To go, okay, this is not working. Let me try something different, right? How about I do bring in a defensive coordinator that's experienced, that maybe sees things differently than I do, and maybe we can switch this defense up a little bit, right? But no, he didn't do that, right? He stayed in-house with everything because he didn't want anyone changing his philosophy, changing his vision, changing his scheme, his way of thinking. His way was the right way. And it really wasn't. It was fine until it wasn't. That's all. And it was time to move on. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't know why people talk about him like he's Marv Levy. Like, Marv Levy did his job as far as getting to the Super Bowl. And then at that point, it's up to the players. You got us to the dance. Do I wish Marv Levy would have won a Super Bowl? Of course. But he at least got us there. And not only did he get us there, he got us there 4 times. Now, I will say this. Against the Giants, maybe Marv Levy let the team party a little bit too much. And that might be a little bit on him. But he at least got us to the dance. Got to get to the dance. You know what I mean? Get us to the dance. All I know is Jimothy is the next celebrity, baby. That's right. By the way, do y'all know who Jimothy is? Jimothy is the man. All right? And if you Google search Jimothy, you're going to see Jimothy running across your screen. No joke. No joke. Andy Reid Nuggies, baby. We got a super chat real quick. Let me go ahead and hit that super chat. Every super chat gets...
Thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. It's that Bills train horn. My boy Richie Fresh coming through with a super chat. Give me 1 minute. Let me put that background music on. There we go. Offense will be top 3 elite. And let's think about it. Leonard just has to be slightly better than McDermott in the playoffs and we win a chip. It's been closer than we think. As always, go Bills. Damn right, go Bills. And you are absolutely right. And you know what's funny, Richie? Before Student left from Dude Champions, I was going to say that. No, like, if Leonard can just... if Leonard's defense can just do slightly better in the playoffs, instead of, allowing, 30 points a game, allow 26.5. We're going to the Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. And by the way, 26.5 is a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I'm just asking for a little less than 30, please. Right? Our offense has not been the problem. The offense can, listen, if one thing we know about this team is our offense can compete with anyone. For them, once in a while we'll have our games where our offense just is, has its issues or it's just a bad day. But for the most part, Josh Allen and company come through. We will score points. We will go toe-to-toe with anybody out there. I don't care what team you are. And that's why I have a really tough time when we look at the schedule and I have to pick winners and losers of these games. Right? Because, and it's not a cocky thing. Go back and look, guys, at the Buffalo Bills' wins and losses throughout the years. It's very rare a team ragdolls us. Even when we go to LA and everyone's like, oh, LA, whoo, they're going to score. The Buffalo Bills hung in there. It came down to what did we lose by? 3 points? Then we played the Lions and everyone's the Lions. The Lions are going to, we won. We beat the Lions. It was a dogfight, but we could compete with anyone. We're in every single game. It doesn't matter. That's the benefit of having a Josh Allen. There it is. There's the elite, weapon you have. And guess what side of the football he's on? Offense. So our offense has never really been the downfall of these Buffalo Bills teams throughout the years. It's always been the defense for the most part. And over the last 2 years, though the offense has not been shit, it's just missed one key ingredient. And that is a true number one receiver. We have now gotten that. And guys like the fucking Alex Brasky guy who sit here and go, you stupid Bills fans think that DJ Moore is going to save the day and, now the offense is going to be so much better. Yeah, it's going to be better. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You're acting like DJ Moore is dog shit. Like he wasn't the number one receiver on every single fucking team he's been on. Like he hasn't produced every season in the NFL. That he hasn't made number one plays like a number one receiver would do in the NFL. The guy won an award for the biggest play last year against Green Bay. But that's the dog shit guy. That's the guy that's not going to make a difference. That guy. What are you talking about? How would he not make this offense better? Explain. Please, help me out here. Because just like I said a minute ago, it's not like the offense has been dog shit the last 2 years. It's still been pretty damn good. Top five in scoring. But we needed that piece. We needed that one when we needed a go-to receiver, when we needed a big play to happen. And that was what we were missing. That's all. And we got it now. Now you want to shoo it away. Now you want to shit on it. It's not good enough. Oh, fuck the Bills. They had to do shit. Oh, DJ Moore, boo. He looks at the team like we're the Browns. Like we're the shit organization, shit offense, bottom of the league in offense. Why don't you concentrate on the other side, Alex? Why don't you look at the defense and what Sean McDermott put together over the last, 4 years? Because I'm not going to totally shit on his defense from in the beginning, or his first 4 years, let's say. But 4 or 5 years, it's been terrible, especially in the playoffs. That's your boy. That's the one you're crying about, getting fired. And you want to fucking lean on you want to shit on our receiver for us picking up a number one? The only really area which we needed a little bit of help to really boost our offense, that really wasn't bad to begin with. And then we get Jim Leonard, who's a young, innovative defensive coordinator, who, by the way, a lot of NFL teams wanted Jim Leonard as their defensive coordinator. It wasn't just the Bills. He was highly scouted. And you want to shit on him and you want to shit on fans who, are going, hey, wow. You're like, finally, we might see a change in the defense because we've been watching the shit defense over the last 4 years blow the fucking game. So no, he's not. We don't call Jim Leonhard our savior. No one the fuck is saying that. But is he a guy that we're looking at going, damn, maybe this could be the difference. Maybe this could be the difference we needed. Or no, maybe we should just stick with the fucking Sean McDermott defense. Because that has done so great for the Buffalo Bills. That has done really well for the Buffalo Bills. What are you talking about? Fans can't be excited for change? That's a no-no? That's so wrong. Fans can't be excited about the new stadium. Fans can't be excited about if they like their jersey. You stupid fucking fans. Fucking dumb fans like that jersey. Stupid fucking Buffalo Bills and the design of the stadium. Stupid. Jim Leonhard, like he's going to make a difference. His fucking team sucks. Why is this guy right? I don't get it. And you know what? He won't give me the time of the day to debate him. I would fucking love to debate somebody like that. Get me on that fucking screen with that guy. Because I will chop that motherfucker down, bro. I don't give a fuck. Because I heard what he has to say. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. It's all him hating on this team because he hates the team itself. Because he hates that they took his credentials away and now he's just going to bitch and moan about every little fucking thing that the Buffalo Bills do moving forward. He wants to play the bad guy. And by the way, too, if he's going to attack Brandon Beane and his character and the WGR thing, buddy, look at yourself in the mirror, Alex. Take a hard look in the mirror, Mr. Multiple DUIs, right? Risking people's lives, right? While you're driving fucking drunk. Right? People make mistakes. Brandon Beane ain't perfect. But he ain't out there fucking driving drunk home. So while you're there criticizing other people, why don't you take a really good look in the mirror, right? And understand that you got your own fucking issues, pal, that you need to work with. Or that you need to work on. Right? Instead of being an asshole to everybody else that counters your fucking bullshit that you're saying on Twitter. And when someone, responds to your bullshit, you talk down to them like they're fucking beneath you. Yeah, I got a problem with it. And I hate people like that. I can't stand it. You want to fucking go around Buffalo with your fucking nose up in the air like you know it all. And everything that I've read so far about you, all the comments that you put out there on Twitter, all your bullshit that you said on video is all bullshit. And nobody's buying into it. And I'm done with you. Because you're not man enough to debate somebody else. You just want to talk down to somebody, right? And be a little smartass. You want to be the smartest guy in the room all the time, but you're not. You're the drunkest idiot in the room that goes driving. That's what you are. So keep on hating, keep on being a fucking, Alex Downer, because that's what I'm going to call you from now on, right? Go on there, keep putting your bullshit out there. And I'm going to keep on calling you out for it. Because that's all you are. You're not giving real criticism. You're just doing it for yourself. This is what makes you feel better. Right? But at the end of the day, it ain't. You're going to sleep. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. You're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck who likes you. I don't care. I don't give two fucks. And bring it. If you got something to say back, come on, man. Like, we can make this. We can have this. We can do this. Anyone that knows me knows I don't bite my tongue, bro. Right? And when I speak, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna at least bring the facts. I'm gonna at least bring knowledge behind what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not just gonna tell people to shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fucking know-it-all. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. I'm waiting, man. Balls on your court, man. Go ahead. Do what you got to do, man. Say what you got to say. Respond, man. He's a dumb fuck, bro. Guys, nothing gets me more madder than that shit, bro. I'm being dead honest with you guys, and I'm sorry that I went off there, but I don't give a fuck if somebody calls me names. You can call me all the names in the book. You can call me a bitch, you can call me a pussy, whatever the fuck you want to say about me. That shit don't bother me. But when you talk down to me, or when I see you talk down to people like you're better, and they're nothing, they're beneath you, that shit bothers me. Like, I take that, I do take that shit personal. And I won't bite my tongue, and I will call you out on it. And everything I've read, and everything, like I said, everything I've seen about you, and comments that you said you did on Twitter, and people who talk to you, you're nothing but a piece of shit, bro. And I was nice to you on your first video that you did live, your first podcast, but I take that shit back, bro. I wish you nothing but the worst, and I hope you absolutely fail, because you deserve everything that's coming to you, bro. You deserve everything that's coming to you. I'm done with it. Tommy making me want to run through a wall. Let's fucking go. That's right. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to go off on that, but bro, I can't take people like that, bro. I can't do it, man. It just ain't right, bro. You know, talking to people that way, bro. Anyways, I'm done. I'm sorry. But I told you that was the title. You know, he was the title. Imagine, we're in the off season. All right, I can't wait for football to start, because you see, I get tied up in motherfucking this motherfucking clown. You know what I mean? Because trust me, guys, if football is around, I wouldn't give two fucks about motherfucking Alex Brasky and what the fuck he has to say. I need football back in my life. Damn it. Get back. Come on, man. Bring it. We're like 2 weeks away, I believe, from preseason. So we're getting close. Richie, unfortunately, people like Brasky do content like that purposely for engagement. It's an unfortunate part of social media. See, I would kind of agree with that, but I don't think that's the case with him. I don't think that's the case. I think it's personal. And he doesn't like what the Buffalo Bills did to him by taking his credentials away. So everything moving forward, and maybe he was a negative person before that, and I'm sure he was, but I think that ignited even more toxic fuel into his body. And now it's just because, he feels fucked over. He feels like the Buffalo Bills did him wrong. That everything the Bills do moving forward is going to be shit. Right? And for me, dude, you are a fucking journalist. You write about the Buffalo Bills. You're supposed to be fair and down the middle. And yeah, you could have criticism, but you should also, see the good and report on stuff that's good, bad, and ugly. Like, that's what you should do. That's what I tried to do. Right? So you call yourself a reporter and a guy that fucking, writes articles about the Bills. Why don't, but yet there's nothing else but pure hate. Everything is negative. So I don't even get how you're employed. I don't know who reads that. Like, I just don't get it. And once again, even for the people that are, I would say, leaning more towards criticism about the Bills, even even them, I still think they are saying, damn, this dude hasn't said anything good. Right? Even they're like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, Raymond, go Bills. Damn right, go Bills. Okay, so we are 2 hours in. Let me get to the super chat real quick, and then we're going to get into some of the other stuff that I want to talk about tonight. Let's get to this super chat real quick.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My dude, Alan Zapp's coming through with a super chat. Appreciate you. Every super chat gets the Bills train horn. All right, when I go to the Jets or Bengals message board, the Bills are universally picked to go to the Super Bowl. And they all love our roster and draft. If you talk to Brasky, you would think the Bills are the Cardinals. I don't get it. Exactly. Like but my point is this, the thing that he's talking about, right? The things that he's critiquing, or not even critiquing. I wouldn't even call it critiquing at this point. I would say it's just, being an asshole about everything, right? Because he's not tweeting or saying, oh, DJ Moore is, he had a down season last year, and, can he bounce back from that with a new quarterback and a much better quarterback, Josh Allen? Time will tell. But based off last season, I don't know if maybe he is regressing. I could live with that. I could absolutely go, okay, that's fair. You know what I mean? All right, okay, but he's not doing that. He's being condescending. He's, DJ Moore's trash. If you all think DJ Moore's gonna be anything, look at the trash. Everything is just hate. It's nothing like, this is why, and here's why, and this is why I evaluate this guy, and here's, when I stand back and look at the big picture, and this is why I feel like Joe Brady's not the good a good head coach, or why, I feel like Jim Leonard won't get the, okay, tell me why, instead of just being like, oh, at Bills Mafia, y'all think Jim Leonard's going to be the savior on defense. Is that it? Is that all? That's your big your big message to Bills Mafia is that we shouldn't believe in Jim Leonard, that we're idiots. That's how he views us, that we're praising Jim Leonard. What do you talk? I still don't get that. That I don't get. And then shitting on Allen, calling him the golden boy gets everything he wants, whatever fucking bullshit comment he threw like that. It's just wild to me. And these comments, once again, what he's saying, it means nothing. It's just hate. And that's why I feel like it's more than just him, hey, that's just the way Alex Brasky is. He's just hey, he's, he's allowed to voice his opinion and be criticize the team at times. No, yeah, you can be honest and give your take, but that's not what he's doing here. Not at all. And when people respond to his bullshit and he talks down to them, then what does that say about him? So once again, I think it's way more, it has nothing to do with his true belief on DJ Moore or his true belief on Jim Leonard or Joe Brady or Brandon Beane. It's him mad that he lost his credentials, and now he's going to make it all about Alex Brasky and why he hates the Bills and everything they do, and this team is dog shit, and good fucking luck with this fucking team. Then, bro, get the fuck out of here then. Go write for somebody else, bro. You know what I mean? Go write for the fucking Arizona Cardinals. Go write for the Miami Dolphins, bro. They would love you there. Shit all over them. Right? They are a garbage dumpster team. Fine. Go enjoy it there. You know what I mean? this shit gets old, bro. Nobody cares anymore what you got to say. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just calling you out because you're an asshole. You know, that's the only reason I am. And it's the off season. I got nothing else better to talk about. But, anyways, let me get to the next super chat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My dude coming through with a super chat. Let me read that real quick. And then I know you got another one too right behind it. So let me get to this one first. Alan Alps coming through with super chat. Everyone said we needed to get better at receiver and get more in Skylar Bell. We also needed to get younger and faster in secondary. And that's literally what Beane did. It's absolutely bizarre the way Brasky or WGR act. Yeah, I can't listen to WGR anymore. I also feel like they have it out for, the Brandon Beane especially, right? They feel like slighted. Like nobody can make a mistake. You know what I mean? Like nobody ever had a bad day. They're perfect. Everybody, they've never said anything they regret or had a moment in their life where they said, like I said something they maybe shouldn't have or reacted a certain way. Like, but no, Brandon Beane needs to be perfect at all times because, he's the GM of the Buffalo Bills, and that's just how it should be. But me, I could be a fucking asshole all the time. But him, dude, he needs to be perfect, and if he's not, I'm gonna write on Twitter or X, or I'm gonna do a video talking about how shitty person he is and how crappy he is at his job. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Everybody's. I already said that. All right, so you. And by the way, to address that, absolutely. So, like I said earlier, this all season for me was one of Brandon Beane's best off seasons in a long time because one, he wasn't getting the ingredients for Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott was not involved this time around. Right? He was working with guys like Jim Leonard and Joe Brady, and he got Joe Brady his one. He went out and got defensive players that actually can make a difference. And Bradley Chubb, right? And CJ Gardner-Johnson. The draft that was Jim Leonard's draft, right? You see the type of players that he brought in. He did everything that needed to be done right now. The only thing I would say about Brandon Beane that I really wish that he would do more often is be a little bit more aggressive. That's all I ask. Is when there's a player out there to be gotten, a trade or a free agent, and you feel like there's a real opportunity there, I wish he would be just a little bit more aggressive in trying to make that happen. That's one of probably one of my biggest critiques of Brandon Beane. Outside of that, dude, the guy's been a very good to great GM. I have no problems with what Brandon Beane has done here as GM. Zero. I have no problems. He's not perfect, right? There's going to be mistakes made. But everyone thinks, the ultimate GM is the Rams have the best GM in the world. They won one Super Bowl. I get it. We haven't won any, but they haven't been back. I get they built a good team this year, but once again, it's an 18-week season. I've also heard that about other teams that did not go even to the playoffs last year. I'm not saying that's going to be the case with LA. And I from the outside looking in, damn, yeah, they got a hell of a roster. But I know the NFL too well. I've watched the NFL since 1989. I've seen teams get hyped up every year going into the playoff or going into the regular season. And a lot of times it doesn't work out. It's a long season for a reason. And I feel like our team, could compete with anybody, even with the fucking Rams. And we're going to find that out because guess what? We play the Rams. Right? So bring them on. Let's go. Let's go to fucking battle. That's all. That's because he's bitter. Absolutely. We got another super chat coming in real quick. Let me go ahead and hit that.
Thank you very much.
My dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you as always, man. Those go a long way, man. Trust me. Let's see here. Let me adjust this real quick. Okay. Man. Don't you hate when your mouse messes up on you? Oh, well. There we go. Oh, you bastard. Not you. The mouse. Allen's Alps. Past 6 elimination games by McDummie's defense. More points per drive given up than the 2007 Patriots offense scored. 12 punts forced in past 6 elimination games. It's arguably the worst defense in NFL playoff history. And you're absolutely right. Go look it up, guys. McDermott's defense is historically bad. It's historically bad. And people still want to defend Sean McDermott's defense. And I love when people are like, whoa, Sean McDermott's second half defense last year was the best. Okay, but what about the first half? Well, can you give me a complete game? Right? Or what about the final drive there? Can I get a stop? Right? Don't throw, some bullshit stats and analytics at me. Once again, that's why I try to tell people it's not always about stats and analytics. I do the eyeball test too, right? Yes, stats, analytics, yes, that's true. It plays a part in evaluating everything, right? But so does the eyeball test, and so does film study, and so does, scheme that plays a part of it, right? And coaching decisions during the course of the game make a big difference on why this occurred, right? There's a lot that plays a part in football rather than just stats and analytics, right? Those got there for a reason, but how? Break it down. That's what I do. That's what I try to tell people all the time, man. Like, I know people think like I just go on my rants, the silly Tommy, and he's just talking out. No, like I'm telling you guys, I look at life differently. I evaluate things differently. Life in general. When I say life in general, right? Nothing is as simple as it seems. It's very true, right? And that's why I really try my best not to jump to conclusions and make my opinion right away, right? And I'll say this too. This is why me and Mikey have a show the day after we go live on a post-game show. Because when you do a live reaction post-game show after a Bills game, right? You're so caught up in the moment as a fan, because that's what I am too, and as a person who covers the Buffalo Bills. And when you go live, and it's right after a game, we go live right after the game, your emotions are still so tied up, and you only can remember so much at that particular time. And some things we get wrong, and some things we get right, but some things we do get wrong. And we get off the podcast, and what I do is relax a little bit, watch some football, and then rewatch the game. I do some film study, and when me and Mikey go live the next day, we always correct our mistakes. Hey, we were wrong on this. Hey, we said Dion wasn't playing that good. Actually, Dion played really good. It was the guard that kind of fucked up there. It was David Edwards, or David Edwards really helped, did better than I thought. Or Josh Allen, that throw really wasn't maybe his fault. Like when I rewatch, but not everybody does that. Not everybody does what me and Mikey do, which is the following day and go, hey, you know what? There's some corrections here. We were wrong. Like, we'll eat the crow when we have to. It's not a problem, right? We're not going to always get it right. But people in life, sometimes they want to point at something, make the reaction, and stick to the reaction. And that's it. That's the way, because I said it. And I'm not going to look any deeper into it. And it's a bad way of going about life. It's a really bad way of going about life. Right? And I used to kind of be like that, where I would just make my opinion. I would stick to my opinion without doing any more homework on what I'm talking about. And it's not good. Right? That's not how you should go about things. And that's what I mean about the Alex guy. And that's what I mean about certain other people too. That evaluate and are quick to judge. But I'll respect those that do their homework, even if I don't agree. Because at least I know, hey, they didn't just run at the mouth. They did their own homework and they came to that conclusion. And even if I don't agree with it, I'll respect it more than I do with the guy that just goes and runs his mouth and says nonsense. And when anyone questions it, he puts you down. Or whoever, they put you down. Make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Your opinion means nothing. And if you guys know me too, I answer every single one of your chats. Even if you don't agree with me, I'll still pop it right here on the screen and we'll have a talk about it. I respect all y'all. Every single one. I have people come in here all the time. There's a guy, Steve Lynn. He doesn't agree with 90% of the things I say. I'll answer every single one of his comments. And I'll have that back and forth with him. And eventually we'll come to the conclusion where, hey, we'll agree to disagree, and that's okay. But I'm not going to belittle him. I'm not going to talk down to him like he's a piece of shit. Okay, you said your piece, and, you're standing on that. Okay, that's fine. It's crazy, bro. Thankfully, we won't see that horrific D performance again in the playoffs. I hope not, and I don't think we will. I really don't. McDermott didn't play to win. He played not to lose. Yeah, and that's a major problem. That's a major problem, too. And I had so many problems with McDermott when it came to McDermott. Some of them are little. Some of them are big issues, But it became too much for me to take. And once, once I realized that I had enough as a fan, as a person who covers the Buffalo Bills. I was done. I was off the McDermott train. I had zero faith in him as a head coach that he would get the job done. And it sucks. I don't want to feel that way. But it didn't come overnight, once again, right? Like when we're talking about this guy, Alex, and he's just spewing out hate to hate, right? Like without any real reasoning or backing of anything that he says. At least I have reasoning. At least I sit here and tell you why I felt like McDermott wasn't the guy that was going to lead this team. I said it many times. We sat here hours on this show and me explaining myself and why I came to that conclusion. And that's the same to go with players. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow. And guess what? I wasn't wrong on Sean McDermott. He eventually got fired. Because he couldn't change his ways, folks. It wasn't that he was a terrible coach. He just refused to change his coaching style. He refused to change his ways. And when you refuse to change your ways and you don't evolve, adapt, you're not going to succeed. You just won't. Remember, we talked about it earlier. Tom Coughlin for the Giants. He was doing bad there as the head coach. It took Michael Strahan to go into the room, into the office, have a one-on-one conversation and tell him, look, man, you're a good coach, but this shit ain't working the way you're treating players, the way you're talking down to. You need to change if you want this team to believe in you, to fight for you. And what did he do? He absolutely changed his ways. And what happened? They won 2 Super Bowls because he was willing to change. You know, the Knicks owner came out and said why he fired their coach, Thibodeau, who was a really good coach, got them to the playoffs when, year after year when the Knicks were terrible for a long time, but yet he couldn't get the job done. And players were voicing their opinion on why they felt like Thibodeau wasn't the guy. And the owner went into Thibodeau's office and said, look, the game's evolved here. Like, I know you're stuck in your old school ways, right? But the players, they're expressing that things could be different. Maybe if you evolve a little bit and let them do this and change. And you know what Thibodeau said? Nope. I am who I am. This is how I coach. They don't like it. They don't like it. Got fired. And what happened? The Knicks won the NBA championship very following year. Mike Brown. And not that Mike Brown was this awesome coach, but he's been to the finals. He knows what it takes to get there. That's one. 2, he understood what the players wanted. Right? He respected them. He listened to them. He knew the game evolved. Right? So he was willing to evolve with the players. I don't think McDermott was ever going to do that. Ever. He was never going to let a coach, an OC or DC, do their job their way. And that was his downfall. That was really that's ultimately what did McDermott in. Because if the results were there and his defense was top 10, like John Fox, by the way, who 10 out of 11 seasons had a top 10 defense, who also went to 2 Super Bowls. That I look at and go, you know what? Yeah, his defense actually did their job. He's a defensive coach, and his defense actually played defense, right? But McDermott, on the other hand, didn't. So you can't, once again, fine, if that's your way, you're old school, you're not changing your ways, you're not evolving, you're not going to listen to anybody, and your defense is top 5, top 10, fine. Who the fuck are we to say anything? And it's the offense that's not doing their job in the playoffs, fine. You know what, guys? I would have been all on board with keeping McDermott. I would have said, damn, they got to get a coordinator in here because our offense has been shit. Our offense can't score in the playoffs. Our defense is constantly, taking charge. That was never the case. That was never the case. If you watch this team like I do, diehard Buffalo Bills fan, you cannot sit here and lie to yourself and tell me that defense was good, especially in the playoffs. Maybe in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it absolutely shit the bed. And yeah, you could point at players for not doing their job too. But at the end of the day, it still boils down to who's leading the guys out on the field and whose defensive scheme it was. And that was Sean McDermott. So yes, the finger pointing absolutely should go to him. 1,000%. Not Brandon Beane, not the players. They all take their little part. They all play their part in that mess of the defense. I agree with that. But for the majority of the blame, it absolutely goes to Sean McDermott. That is your defense. That is your scheme. These are your players that you chose to keep on the 53. These are your players that you were in the draft room putting these players up on the board, agreeing with the draft picks that were selected for your defense. Come on, man. Like, what did we do as fans? We complained about not having a number 1 over the last 2 years. That's it. That is it. as far as the offense goes. It wasn't, damn, the Bills can't score points. Damn, the Bills' offense is never keeping us in games. It was really just that one thing. They needed to figure it out. And they did. They got DJ Moore this offseason. For me, they did their job. That was it. That was the key ingredient that's really was missing on the offense. Outside of that, the offense wasn't holding this team back. It never did. It never has. And anyone that tells you anything different is lying to themselves, or they're watching something different than I am. They are totally seeing the game differently. And I'm not going to call them idiots or anything like that, because once again, I'm not going to put people down. If that's how they see the game, that's how they see the game. But once again, I would love to debate somebody if they disagree with my take on offense versus defense of this Buffalo Bills team over the past, let's say, 5 years. In the playoffs, I don't want to hear about regular season, because we know what we do in the regular season. Let's talk playoffs. How does this team perform in the playoffs when it counts the most? And let's be real, the defense has shit the bed the majority of the time. And I don't want to hear about like the defense. Oh, the defense still, they had that great third quarter. Okay, what about the first and second? What happened in the final drive? You know what I mean? Like they don't. Listen. It's 1 through 4, all right, and overtime if needed. You got to give me everything in those 4 quarters. No, don't just throw something at me like they did good in the third. All right, Josh. The Bills' offense had 5. If they didn't have 5 turnovers, they scored 30 points, bro. They scored 30 points with 5 turnovers. Yes, that's too much. They still scored 30 points. Your defense came up 33. I mean, I don't understand there. I literally heard WGR praise McDermott for his defense for the Patriots. 31 points given up. It's bonkers. Yeah, it's wild. Okay, enough of that stuff. So I did. How long I've been on here? 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to get to everything, but let's get to what I wanted to talk about tonight, the other topic, which is the ceiling for the Buffalo Bills rookies. Had ChatGPT help me out a little bit on this. Okay? So let's do this before I let you guys go. For those that are still here watching. Okay? All right. Here we go. Here's how I grade each player's ceiling. Now, this is ChatGPT. Now, obviously, look, you take this with a grain of salt, right? And I always give my opinion too. Obviously, we're not just going on what ChatGPT says, and that's good enough for us, right? But it's always good to see what AI has to say, right? So now, mind you, this is each player's ceiling. I'm not saying it's going to happen, right? So understand what that means before you go, no, that's crazy, right? It's just, they're just saying what the ceiling could be. Okay. TJ Parker, ceiling grade could be an A+. Pro Bowl edge. Now, this is for the 2026 rookie class. Now, I wonder if they're saying, see, I should have. Okay, so. Oh, no, they're saying year 1. Okay, I was going to say, are they talking about for their career? Or are they talking about strictly year 1? Okay, so right here, it does say year 1, right? It says right here, rookies are already being discussed and potential contributors in year 1. All right, so. Pro Bowl. No. So I am reading it right. Okay, so let me take that back. I'm sorry I'm confusing you guys. So here we go. Long-term projection. Duh, I don't know how I missed that. So they're saying TJ Parker, high ceiling, could be a Pro Bowl edge, long-term projection. IGB, long-term projection, is an A. He could be a number 1 corner. Jude Bowery, they're saying B+, above average starting offensive lineman. Skylar Bell, they're giving him an A. They're saying he could be a potential 1,000-yard receiver. Elarms Orr, they're giving him an A. They're saying 3-down linebacker, starting linebacker. It's very good. Kilgore, they're giving a B+, starting safety. That would be amazing, and I think that is a possibility. Zane Durant, B+, quality starting defensive tackle. He was pretty damn good in college. It's a possibility. Toriano Pride Jr., B+, starting cornerback nickel. It's a very big possibility. Mikey's actually very high on him as well. Tommy Doman, B+, top 10 NFL punter. We'll see. And Reed Adams, B+, starting guard. All right. TJ Parker, elite pass rusher, 10 to 14 sacks annually. If we could get that out of TJ Parker, man, that would be a great pickup. West and North, you guys are a good team. We are. I think that we are a very good team. But hey, listen, time will tell. But I've been covering this team long enough to know what this team is all about. And I think we can go toe-to-toe with anyone. And that's not being cocky, right? This isn't like, oh, we were good one year and, puffing my chest out that we're going to, we are the best team. And then, I've seen enough Buffalo Bills. I cover this team long enough to know what we do year in, year out. And we are a very good team that could compete with any NFL team. It doesn't matter how good they are on paper, okay? We are a playoff team. That is been proven, right? That's not, once again, I'm not, being cocky. This isn't, a team that's, we're going to the playoffs every other year or something like that. So yeah, we are a good team. We are a very good team. We can compete with anyone. Suna is fucking crazy, but so smart. He's a good dude, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you had a good time. I don't know what happened. The internet popped out on him. So anyways, 10 to 14 sacks. Listen, if we get that out of TJ Parker, that was an absolute hit in the draft. Abso-fucking-lutely. They're saying the NFL comparison is Trey Hendrickson with more power. So yeah, IGB, ceiling lockdown CB1. And I have a lot of, I feel very strongly about IGB. I really do. I have a lot of confidence in him, and what I've seen on film tells me that this dude is going to be a very good corner in the NFL. And his mind, his attitude, he's a smart guy. He's a warrior, a fierce competitor. He wants to get better and learn from his mistakes, and he's shown that, especially with the holding, the holding penalties. He cleaned up his act last year by a lot. So that tells me the guy is he takes the sport very serious, and he's willing to get better and learn. So I think sky's the limit when it comes to IGB. Jude Bowery, offensive tackle and guard. This guy could play either one. And that's a great guy to have on your roster. Multi-year starting offensive lineman, and he could very well turn into that. Skylar Bell. Everything, once again, a player that I watched on film. I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot about him going into the draft. I heard his name get brought up a lot as far as Buffalo Bills potentially drafting him. But when I did the film study, I saw the breakdowns. I saw Steve Smith's breakdown of Skylar Bell. I was very impressed in what I saw on film. And once again, another guy that is just super smart, willing to put the work in, this is a guy to definitely keep your eyes on. I think he can get better in time, and I think he'll slowly make his way up the depth chart. But he'll get up there. Caleb Elarms Orr, listen, another guy I didn't know a lot about, watched the film, and I was blown away. This guy plays with his hair on fire. There's no other words to describe it. He is a dog. He is fast. He is aggressive. He is a great tackler. Mean. Guy could cover east to west, north to south. Like he's pretty much could play anywhere in that box. This guy is going to fit Jim Leonard's defense like a glove. Period. And Dorian Williams, and it's not to his fault, but being hurt in camp early on did not help his chances of winning that linebacker spot on the depth chart. And Elarms Orr right now is in the lead, and I think this guy will remain in the lead. I think this is this whole draft was a Leonard draft. This is a Leonard pick, and this is a guy that Leonard's very high on, and he's talked about him. And everything I saw from him, I'm impressed. Here's another guy. Once again, did not know a lot about him. Watched the film. Another guy can play in the box, can play east to west, has good speed, can tackle, can cover. He can be anywhere on the field. The dude is a hell of a safety. Watch his film. He will be a starting safety in the NFL and on his team. Zane Durant has the mind to be a starting defensive tackle. He's a little undersized, but the dude is aggressive. He is locked in. I like when he talks to media, the dude is all business. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think this guy has an opportunity to eventually be the starting defensive tackle as well. Toriano Pride, another guy I saw on film. Impressive. Very fast, runs a 4.3, I believe. Yep, 4.3. And is a guy that's going to get his opportunity. Doman, listen, was a really good punter in college. I think he wins the job. Adams, I don't know much about him. I haven't really did my work on him as far as film study, but I have heard good things. Starting guard, huge, big guy, nasty. So overall draft class ceiling, they're giving it a grade A. If everything goes right, Parker becomes a Pro Bowl edge. IGB develops to CB1. Skylar Bell becomes a starting receiver. Elarms Orr becomes a defensive leader. Bowery and Adams strengthen the offensive line. Kilgore, Durant, and Pride become quality starters. Doman locks down the punter position. That would give Buffalo 8 to 9 long-term starters for one draft class, which is exceptionally rare. Even hitting on 5 to 6 on these players would make it one of the NFL's best draft hauls. And it's very possible, guys. I'm telling you. And maybe I am, like looking at the film, maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because I have yet to see them in an actual NFL game, and that's a fair thing to say. But my evaluation early on, I am thoroughly impressed in what I saw on film on pretty much everyone we had drafted. I thought those were great draft picks. And I cannot wait to hear how they're doing in camp and see what they're doing on the field come preseason. That's my evaluation as we sit today. And that's what that's what has me excited. Right? That is a breakdown. Right? Whether it be good or bad. Critical, fine. Give me the breakdown like that. Why? Did you do film study? Did you actually do film study? Did you actually dig into this player's history? Why? Why is this player regressing? Why is this player why has he taken the next step forward in his career? Right? Why? Right. Do the homework. Don't just be like, he sucks, he's great, he sucks, he's trash. Break it down. That's all I ask. And that guy's never going to do that for you guys, because he's the fucking know-it-all in the room. He's the smartest guy in the room. He believes he's the smartest guy in the room, and he's not. He's not. This might be the only season I haven't been interested. This might be the only season I haven't been interested in ever. Quiet on the set. Laugh out loud. Yeah, dude. I am pumped up for this season, man. Like, it's so hard. Like, not hard to explain, but I said this before, and I'll say it again before I leave. The last time I was really, truly excited, and I'm excited every season, so but I'm talking about truly, like, bro, this could be it, excited, was in 2021. Going into the 2021 year because, or 2021 season, because of what we did in 2020 and the jump we made from 2018, 2019, and then 2020 was really fast, right? 2018, Josh's rookie year, missed the playoffs, fine. We understand that. That's how it goes usually, right? Josh was still learning and developing, and we didn't really even have a receiver room at the time. Remember that? We had like Holmes, we had Robert Foster. Like, we didn't really build yet around Josh Allen. Then 2019, we get him some help, right? Cole Beasley, John Brown, we make the playoffs. We lose against Houston, right? But it's a lesson learned, right? 2020, we get Stephon Diggs, right? We make it all the way to the AFC Championship game. And I'm like, dude, yeah, we lost, but sky's the limit, man. The way the way things are looking and going, we're on the right path to a Super Bowl. And that's why 2021, I was like, dude, this could be it. This could be it, right? And we even got more help. Remember that? We got Emmanuel Sanders that year. Like, our offense was booming. And, yeah, the defense totally collapsed. And after that, I think, every year going into the next season, I was excited, but I think I was more, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to think of the word, like optimistic. I was more optimistic than I was like truly feeling this could be it, right? So, of course, naturally, you have Josh Allen. You've been winning each season from 2019 to 2020, 21. You're going to go into the season feeling somewhat optimistic. You're still a good team. I know this team. But as these seasons went on, it was just, all right, maybe we'll get hot in the playoff. Maybe Allen would just, the offense will absolutely explode and we won't need help from McDermott's defense. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I started to look at it. And that's just not the right way. Like, that is more of just being a hopeful, optimistic fan that, well, man, I don't know. Maybe if Allen and the offense just, score 45 in the playoffs each game, we'll get to the Super Bowl. Like, that is, I don't want to feel that way, right? Like, I want to feel going into a season that, man, yeah, maybe our defense this year can actually, like these changes we made, oh man, like it's possible our defense is actually can make some noise in the playoffs and actually get a stop for a change. Like, there's some real hope, right? And that's what has me super excited. And of course, the new stadium, right, plays a part of what, the excitement as well. But just the fact that we got rid of a problem that was not ever going to change his ways, was never going to change his scheme or his vision of how this team should be ran, what type of players should be in that locker room, That's gone. Right? We have young, innovative coaches now in that room, and we also have some old school dudes that been there, done that, knows what winning is all about. And I love it. I love that combination. And then we added DJ Moore, who is the guy that we've needed so desperately over the last 2 years, a go-to guy for Josh Allen when a play needs to be had. We have that now. So you want to talk about Diggs, Beasley? This could be Diggs Beasley 2.0 when it comes to Moore and Shakir. I'm telling you guys, this is going to help out Shakir big time. This is also going to help out Kincaid big time. This is the benefits of having a true number one. This is it. And I'll tell you the proof. It was right in our face. And I said it a million times, and people wanted to, no, Tommy, he didn't do anything. He did. Amari Cooper did do something. He absolutely did. Did it show up on the stats and analytics? No. But what did he do? He brought that respect of the defense and the coordinators that played against us. When he got on that field, they said, there's the one. We have to respect that game. We have to respect that guy. We have to game plan versus that guy because he's a true number one. He's been there, done that. He's proven. And what happened, guys? Right away. Our offense improved. Keon Coleman had his best game of the season, of his career that game. Very first game that Amari Cooper stepped foot on the field for the Buffalo Bills. The offense instantly became better. And Amari Cooper was a shell of himself. We got the very little bit that he had left. And by the way, Amari Cooper made some actually good plays. If he didn't hurt his wrist, who knows? He could have been a little bit more productive for us. But just his presence alone proves why having a number one is so beneficial. And we didn't have it over the last 2 years, right? You got Cooper late in the season. He helped out, but once again, kind of tail end of his career. Plus he got hurt, right? And then last year, we didn't have it at all. We didn't have it at all. And we still were a pretty good offense. But now you add the addition of DJ Moore, a proven number one. Proven. I don't give a fuck what anyone said. I don't give a flying fuck what he did last year about his stats. I could give two shits. You think Vikings fans are looking at Justin Jefferson and going, fuck, guy only barely cracked 1,000. He's regressing. We better trade Justin Jefferson. No, because they understand why. We've seen enough Justin Jefferson to know what he's capable of. And that Justin Jefferson, what he did last year, yeah, he may barely cracked over 1,000, but he cracked it with J.J. McCarthy and whoever the else was at quarterback. And he still cracked 1,000. With that, that's how I look at DJ Moore. That's how I looked at Eric Moulds as a receiver for the Buffalo Bills, who for me is the greatest Buffalo Bills receiver of all time. I love Andre Reed, but Eric Moulds did more with far less than what Andre Reed had. Far less, not even close. And that's how I vision DJ Moore. That's how I've seen his career go. And that's why I know the situation he's in now with a elite quarterback, an offensive a coach that's offensive minded, who was his offensive coordinator in Carolina, who knows DJ Moore very well. He's going to thrive in this offense, and he's going to make everybody better. How can you not back that? How can you not understand that? How can you sit there and say, trash move. How can you shit on people for being excited for having a receiver who's been proven in the NFL as a one who's come up with big plays and has been, by the way, very reliable on the football field and available. He's missed one game his whole entire career. But you want to shit on him, and you want to shit on the people that are excited to have DJ Moore on this team. It's mind-boggling that you don't know football then. I'm sorry. And once again, I understand everyone has their opinions. But I've done my homework. Have you? Because all I hear is DJ Moore sucks, trash, fans are stupid for even thinking the Bills' offense is going to be any better. That is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. How is the Bills' offense not going to be better? It makes zero sense. I can't even buy into the logic. I just don't get it, guys. I'm sorry. And that's why I would love to have those people on here to talk it out. I would love it. Absolutely love it. Diggs Beasley 2.0 sounds awesome. And that's exactly what you're going to get. I'm on it. All right, guys, I'm out of here, man. 2 hours and 56, about 3 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I'm sorry I came on late. It's 1 a.m. I got to go. I'm tired, bro. I got to take the baby outside. So, Bills Mafia, man. I love you. As always, go Bills, man. I'm out of here. Peace.